Seeker. More tragedy in the news. This time it is former Cosby Show star Malcolm-Jamal Warner who played Theo. And he's dead at the infamous age of 54. Of course, if you're new here, you might not know what stands out about 54. But it's a very special number, and there's a lot of rituals performed around it. Just hang around for a few days, and you'll see how many more times it comes up. You don't have to wait long. It's funny, I was actually planning on doing a stream today talking specifically about 54 and Elvis and why his breakout year was in 54, recording for Sun Record Studios. Of course, Malcolm-Jamal Warner is dead at 54 on a Sunday, and then, in light of what happened to his daughter at age 54, a couple days after Austin Butler won Best Actor at the Golden Globes for portraying her father, Elvis. Again, daughter's dead at 54 days later, and Austin Butler's movie Eddington just came out this past weekend, and a lot of people are saying, why is his role so short in the film? And of course, one of the lines from his character is literally a quote taken word for word from what I was talking about back in 2020, and something I said about 1,000 times and also wrote about in my last book, Number Games. I want to talk about that as well, because that's initially what I want to talk about today, but I also want to go over this Malcolm-Jamal Warner thing and why it's in the news on the anniversary of MLK's brother drowning. It's not an accident. It's part of a vicious pattern. And, well, we'll just get into a few other big 54s from recent history, including what they did to Michael K. Williams on Idris Elba's birthday, in light of those guys being stars from The Wire, show from HBO, the 54 network. Of course, The Wire, the first episode, it puts the date on the screen of the first episode, 5/4, May 4th. But yeah, let's watch this. And don't overlook that ABC 123 News has a 42-second clip up here for Malcolm-Jamal Warner. Again, it all fits together with the Cosby Show. But let's just watch how the news gives you the news, and then we'll break it down with the Gematria lenses, or the They Live glasses, where cable 50 of the world, if you've never seen They Live. Here we go.
And we do have some breaking news to report, and it's extremely sad. Malcolm-Jamal Warner, the actor most famous for his role as Bill Cosby's son, Theodore Huxtable, on the NBC hit sitcom The Cosby Show in the 80s and early 90s, has died. Police say he drowned off the coast of Costa Rica yesterday while vacationing with his family. Warner was born in New Jersey and raised by his mother, who enrolled him in acting school. His role on The Cosby Show earned him an Emmy nomination in 1986. And then after The Cosby Show, Warner went on to direct and produce multiple television shows while playing music and writing poetry. Malcolm-Jamal Warner was 54 years old.
So, again, the 42-second clip is no accident. If you've read my first book, I talk at length about the Cosby Show in 42 and what it has to do with Black history. Also, a shout out to the community. You guys just added something to the conversation that I didn't even have. The news breaks today, July 21st, the 202nd day of the year. The Cosby Show just happened to run 202 episodes. They're saying he drowned yesterday. But yeah, let's just go over this. Again, gematria, the Kabbalistic practice of coding numbers into words. The movie They Live is very much a metaphor for this knowledge and getting people to look into things that are hidden just beneath the surface. And if you've never seen They Live, it's kind of a hokey movie, but also has a profound message. And the lead actor, Roddy Piper, he was born in 54. Again, he destroys Cable 54 at the end of the film, saving the world. This 54 number, it's all over the place when you pay attention, and it's part of the reason I said a year before it happened why Diddy would go down at age 54 as he did, and I said it would have parallels to R. Kelly, which it absolutely has, including the same Jesuit-educated lawyer who went to Georgetown, a university founded by a 54-year-old John Carroll. Again, same lawyer taking down R. Kelly and Diddy. But yeah, the story, I don't believe the story at all that he drowned off the coast of Costa Rica while vacationing with his family. I don't believe it for a second. Again, this 54 number It is connected to all kinds of evil. And here's a big one that everyone remembers from recent history. Who died on a Sunday? Again, they're saying he died on a Sunday. Who died on a Sunday, the Sunday before Super Bowl 54? Let me just give you guys a minute to think about that one. Who died on the Sunday? He was 41. His daughter was 13. Added up 54. The Sunday before Super Bowl 54. Do you remember who that was? You know, he died at 41. Kobe Bryant alone is 41. And then, of course, you throw in his middle name. Kobe Bean Bryant's 54. You run it in reverse, it's 81, like Mark of the Beast. And, of course, Kobe had the 666 workout and had his career high 81 in his 666th game. But, yeah, actor for The Cosby Show, dead at 54. That's, you know what else? You know what else? He actually died. He died 81 days after the anniversary of the show's end. And you know, the show actually ended. You know, some things are just starting to jump out at me. Okay. Look at this. The Cosby Show ended on April 30th, right? April 30th, 92. So he died 81 days after the anniversary of the show's end. He died yesterday. They're saying it happened on Sunday. So, whoops. He died 81 days after the anniversary of the Cosby Show ending. And you know what April 30th is, right? You know whose birthday that is, right? It's not a person, it's a thing. It's the Church of Satan's birthday. And where was the Church of Satan founded? In San Francisco, the 202 city, right? So the news breaks on the 202nd day of the year. Cosby Show ran 202 episodes. You associate red with the devil or Bill Cosby's sweatshirt, or I should say sweater. Bill Cosby always in the red sweater, eventually selling the Jell-O and pudding. But okay, so this is where we begin. And the news does break today on the 56th anniversary of Martin Luther King Jr.'s brother, A.D. King, drowning at 38. And if you've never seen my work on that, I actually covered in my last book, Number Games. July 21st is the day leaving 163 days left in the year, which is the 38th prime. Death and drowned both equal 38. And again, he was 38 years old. He died on a date with numerology that corresponded with his name and the word execution. So, yeah, I have an older post on this. And like I said, I wrote about it in my last book, Number Games. But the first thing I thought of when I saw this is just, oh, yeah, this is the anniversary of MLK's brother drowning 56 years ago. And we'll come to this 54-56 pairing. It happens a lot. Jesuit order equates to 54. Society of Jesus equates to 56. They're the exact same thing. They're two names for the same thing, and they're numbers that get paired together a lot. We'll look at that when we talk about the death of Michael K. Williams and other things. Go back and revisit that and all the ritualism around that. But the news does break on the 21st. He played Theo on The Cosby Show. Theo's 21, like Jesuit. And from his last birthday to the announcement of his death is 337 days later. If you did the day of his death, you could also say that was the 337th day of his age or 336 days after his birthday. So the 337 thing connects with his date of death and the days after the day the news breaks. That's the 68th prime. Consider that 68's a fateful number. Caskets go 6 feet deep or 8 feet long. You think about what happened to MLK in 68 in light of this parallel to his brother. Malcolm-Jamal Warner, his full name, 68. And I said you got to watch out for all things connected to 92 in 2025. They keep paying tribute to 92 this year because it's 33 years later. These people like to do things on 33-year rituals. Just a month back, it was all the focus on the National Guard in L.A., something that hadn't happened since the police officers were acquitted for the beating of Rodney King on 3/3, and Mexican flags were flying everywhere, when it was also 92 that NAFTA was passed, the bill that destroyed Mexican farmers, which created the massive illegal immigration into the U.S. because a lot of people didn't have any other choice, and they didn't have the luxury of going through the process to become a legal citizen. They just needed to go where they could work and feed their families now, and those opportunities have always existed in the U.S. But again, it's not an accident these things happen 33 years apart. With regards to secret societies, again, Masonry venerates the number 33. Why does Masonry venerate 33? Because of human beings and the 33 bones in the human vertebrae, which has to do with Kundalini, which Masonry's very much into. And remember, words like people are 33 and person. And with regards to the vertebrae, that controls the nervous system. Nervous is 33. And this society, which is another 33 word, almost everyone is nervous. That's why they're on anxiety meds and all this other crap. And that's because of what's being done to society through all the constant negativity and even stories like this, even just the constant tragedies. A lot of people who grew up on the Cosby show will be impacted by this emotionally today. Oh my God, another person that, we used to really like and watch the show and want to be like them and aspire to be like them. And man, not even that. Again, there's a reason that they do all these celebrities at such young ages, just continuously. And again, just words like people. People's 33 and 21. Here we are on the 21st. Person's also 33. And remember, the word human is 21. There's a mathematical relationship with 33 and 21. 33 is the 21st composite number. Words like Bible have 21 and 33 in them. So here we are on the 21st, 33 years after the show ended. And if you count the show's end date to today, it would be 82 days later or a span of 83 days. Again, the news is today that he drowned, right? Drowned is 83 and 38, like murder's 83 and 38. And again, today, the day of the news, July 21st, it's the day leaving 163 days left in the year, the 38th prime number. The 202nd day of the year, like the show ran 202 episodes. Again, like I get annoyed because I know people come by. I can guarantee you that people will come by and leave comments like, do you know how crazy you sound? And it's just like, I don't, like, did these people, how far did they make it into the video before they left their comment? Because this stuff's going on every day. To me, it's like, do you know how crazy you sound? To just dismiss this in an instant? That this show that ran 202 episodes on the 202nd day of the year, we get this kind of news? I just talked about it last night with the deaths over the weekend, 73. The news comes today on a 73 date numerology. Remember, sacrifice equals 73, so does ritual sacrifice. They're both 73. The news comes today. He used to date Michelle Thomas from the show, who died 27 years ago. There's that 27 thing. Michelle Thomas equals 62 and 73, like sacrifice equals 62 and 73. Michelle Thomas died at age 30. Huxtable has that 30 connection, as well as 42, like that 42-second story. Both of these numbers are stamped all over Black history, 30 and 42. Words like slavery, the N-word has the 30 and 42. Other words. Is it Cosby Show as well? Cosby Show's got the 42. It's 39 the other way, like MLK and Malcolm X were both killed at 39, and both of their names that were not their birth names equaled 93, the reflection. And again, they only met one time in history, March 26, 64, a date with 93 numerology. Yeah, it says the Cosby Show star Malcolm-Jamal Warner has died at age 54. TMZ reported on Monday. Again, TMZ's all. I feel like, again, if you've never seen Jake Gyllenhaal's movie Nightcrawler, I feel like that's what TMZ is. A source confirmed Warner's death to People. The insider claimed Warner was in Costa Rica on a family vacation and drowned while swimming. Costa Rican National Police told ABC News that Warner drowned near Cocles, a beach in Limon, Costa Rica. I didn't even decode the location. There could be more to it. They claimed he was caught by a high current in the water and was found Sunday afternoon. I mean, drownings do happen, right? And for anyone who's ever swam in the ocean, if you've ever been there when the tide's at the wrong time, you could. I almost drowned in Mexico in my early 20s, and granted, it's because I was being a dumb young 20-year-old who had a whole bunch of drinks at him and was challenged to swim way out to a buoy, which I did, and that went fine, but it was coming back in when the current was pulling out. It was almost impossible to get back to shore. And if it wasn't for adrenaline, I'm pretty sure I would have never made it back to shore. But anyway, This doesn't look like that. This looks like the same old crap that comes from the world of entertainment all the time with just the same old perfect numbers executed just so perfectly. Again, this is what it is, just day after day in show business with these premature deaths. And as for the day he did die, he started on the show in 84 and died on the 201st day of the year. Again, it's the Jesuits are the big 201 gang. Yesterday also did have 72 date numerology. Jesuit order 54 forward, 72 in reverse. Again, sun equals 54. Their logo's the sun. The sun moves 1 degree on the astrological wheel every 72 years. So it's very interesting how the date numerology fell on this Sunday, the 201st day of the year. But again, the Jesuits, who were created in the 16th century, that's the same century the heliocentric model was agreed to and established. Heliocentrism says the sun is at the center. Again, the Catholic Church began worshiping the sun. The Jesuit order's logo, again, is the sun. On the 201st day of the year, on a Sunday, this man dies at 54. Remember, there was a big 54-201 ritual with Kobe's death on Sunday as well, and then his burial in Corona del Mar during the time of the Corona. His character, Theodore Huxtable, 249. The country just turned 249 years old on the 4th of July. He's dead 16 days later, like the Jesuits since the 16th century. It says he was named after Malcolm X and jazz pianist Malcolm-Jamal. Again, Malcolm X went out by the numbers. MLK went out by the numbers. And, Malcolm X is another one of these 42s in history. Malcolm X, 3042. Martin, 3042. Again, Martin Luther King Jr. was born Michael. Malcolm X was born Malcolm Little. The sitcom Martin, he lives in apartment 42 in Detroit, the city on the 42nd parallel. But yeah, the article talks about how he dated Michelle Thomas, who died at age 30. 30. And here's the other thing. They mentioned that she died from... Actually, look at Huxtable and look at Malcolm X in light of him being named after Malcolm X. Oh, hold on, I'm missing an L. Look at the overlap there. It's the exact same in every cipher. Huxtable family members named after Malcolm X. Exact same in every cipher. Again, Michelle Thomas dead at 30. For the record, the word Saturn is also 93 in the same cipher as Malcolm X and Huxtable. The most simple one, A, B, C, 1, 2, 3. Again, if you're new here, these 4 base ciphers, they're just all intuitive. It's the alphabetic order, the reverse alphabetic order, and both orders with numerology applied. Elementary math. But Saturn has a 30-year return. Saturn's where the Grim Reaper scythe comes from. She was born in that fateful year of 68. Now he's dead 337 on the 337th day of his age, the 68th prime. She died right before Christmas, which is also December 25th. Originally was the Catholic Church's day to celebrate the sun's birthday, which they've done since 274 AD, like the Jesuit motto, Isus Hominum Salvator equals 274. And funny enough, you run it in reverse, it equals 266, like the first Jesuit Pope was the 266th, who spoke in D.C. on September 23rd, the 266th day of the year, the day that she was born. They talk about how he was nominated for an Emmy in 86. That was 39 years ago. Malcolm X dead at 39. He's dead 39 years later. It says after the Cosby Show, Warner starred in the UPN sitcom Malcolm and Eddie alongside Eddie Griffin. But yeah, this 54 number, it's just... It's one of these omnipresent numbers and rituals. And again, you think back in the day, the hangout for the entertainers was Studio 54. This death that just happened, the Dan Rivera guy touring around with the Annabelle doll, which, is connected to superstitions. In case you just missed this the other day, this was all over the news on July 17th or 17/7, like 177. The Jesuit orders also 177 and 69, like the tour he was on, his Devil's on the Run. But he died at 54 on a Sunday. Okay. This is another guy dead at 54 on a Sunday. These are back-to-back Sundays. He died July 13th. Cosby actor dead yesterday, Sunday, July 20th, the 201st day of the year. But Jesuit Order 54, like son, he died in Gettysburg, which equals 54. Just remember, John Carroll equals 54. He founded the first Jesuit university. But shout out to Daria. She pointed out that the Annabelle doll is part of the Conjuring movie series. And notice, the new Conjuring movie comes out 54 days after he died. The Conjuring also equals 144, like Gettysburg and Jesuit Order, where he died. And of course, Gettysburg's connected to Lincoln in his address, and Lincoln blamed the American Civil War on the Jesuits, and he said they were the greatest purveyors of slavery in America. And remember, it's these Jesuit politicians that are always baiting the idea of reparations, too. It literally is bait for the frustration it causes, for how it keeps history's divided past alive, playing games with people's minds, which is what the cabal is all about. Constant negativity. But yeah, that was just from days ago. The Sunday before, back-to-back Sundays. Hollywood celebrity dead at 54. And again, Lisa Marie Presley, I just want to go back to this one. The Golden Globes. Her father was portrayed by Austin Butler, who won Best Actor at the Golden Globes. And then a couple days later, she's rushed off to the hospital before she was even announced dead. If you guys can, I don't know. Again, they've deleted so many channels, but if you watch my video before she was announced dead, I said, I think this is it for her. I think we're going to get the obituary story. And sure enough. But yeah, Golden Globes 54. And think about what a Golden Globe is, right? A sphere of gold. What is the sun in alchemy? It's gold. So her father recorded for Sun Record Studios and had his first concert in 54. Again, Jesuit orders 54 like sun. Here's the Jesuit logo. And let me see how much I have in this post. I ended up doing several posts on this, but you know how they like to put this 5481 thing together? Austin Butler, he's got the 81 in his name. Austin Butler, 81. And she died on 56 date numerology. Again, 54 and 56 get paired together all the time. Like I said, Jesuit Order 54, formal title Society of Jesus 56. The news of this death of the Cosby actor comes on the 56th anniversary of Martin Luther King Jr.'s brother's death from drowning. Yeah, January 12, 2023, a date with 56 numerology. If you missed my work last night on the City High singer, he died 56 days after the anniversary of their first album. 56 days from the anniversary of their second single, which came out on September 11, 2001. And died 112 days after their first single, What Would You Do? The anniversary. The Jesuits operate in 112 countries. Wyclef Jean, who produced that song's in his 56th year of life. As we looked at it, he died 273 days after Wyclef's birthday, and the song was put out on the 27th of March, or 27/3. But yeah, just very similar number patterns to what we just talked about with the City High singer, who died again at 46. Sacrifice equals 46, like Genesis 46 is about sacrifice. Hold on. Let me pull up some more on Lisa Marie Presley. Dead at 54. Only child of Elvis. And again, you'd think like more people would notice. Be like, wait a minute, Elvis, he came out in '54. And just, I mean, seriously, just right after Austin Butler wins Best Actor for portraying Elvis. But yeah, again, Golden Globes, Jesuit Order son. Lisa Marie Presley died 20 days before her birthday. Death, time, death, time, and cross are all 20. A lowercase t is a cross. And we're talking about the Jesuits, the Catholic Church, crosses. She was also born in 68. And it was 149 days after Elvis's birthday anniversary. And 202 days after the movie came out. Skull and Bones is 149 and 202. And remember, Skull and Bones is modeled after the Templars. The Jesuits have the Templar cross in the middle of their logo. Again, all roads leading back to the Catholic Church. Skull and Bones is also modeled after the Illuminati, which was founded by the Jesuit Adam Weishaupt, who died in history 201 days after the anniversary of its establishment. And he founded it in Bavaria. Speaking of this 54 thing, Bavaria's got the double connection to 54. From Tom Hanks. Looks like she died 187 days after Tom Hanks' birthday. I forgot to put the time screenshot in there, but Lisa Marie Presley, 187. Again, I'm going to come back to the Eddington film and what's in there and why Austin Butler's in there and why I think he has such a small but significant role. Again, Tom Hanks, big part of the Elvis movie. He was shooting the Elvis movie when he got Cooties 19, which was the 56 pandemic. It was also declared on the 79th day of Anthony Fauci being 79 years old, a man whose name equals 56, who's Jesuit educated. Of course, 187 is connected to homicide. It's also connected to the Brotherhood of Death, which is the alias for Skull and Bones. And again, she died on a 56 date numerology. I was making the same point here. All these things were related at the time. She died 201 days after Michael Jackson's 13th death anniversary. And remember, Michael Jackson and Elvis are like the two biggest music entertainers ever. They're worldwide, if you surveyed everybody, they're the two biggest names ever, Michael and Elvis. And the woman who was with Elvis when he died, and Elvis died at 42. They said Elvis did black music. He dies at 42, but Ginger Alden, 201. Her name's also 60, which is the 42nd composite number. Her name's also 96. The divisors of 42 sum to 96. Again, Elvis was 42. Just the word Jesuit alone is 42. Georgetown, the first Jesuit university, is also 42. Their motto's both into one, like 201. Tom Hanks, of course, put out the tweet that he was doing all right, nursing up from Cooties 19, that him and his wife were just playing gin rummy and he was losing by 201 points. It's all back at the start in 2020. Priscilla Presley, born on the 144th day of the year. Lisa Marie, dead at 54. Again, just Jesuit order 144, 54. How the same numbers come together over and over. And she was 77 years old at the time, like Elvis died in 77. Hold up. Yeah, 2023. It was 46 years, 46 years later, too. Actually, I realized another thing about that. Sacrifice in 46, but Austin Butler, it would have been 45 years and change or in the 46th year. August of 2023 would have marked 46 years since Elvis's death. Don't forget Aretha Franklin, the Queen of Soul, Elvis, the King of Rock and Roll. They died on the same day in history. Aretha died after she did her 42nd album. But Austin Butler, 45. It had been 45 years since Elvis had kicked the bucket. Priscilla Ann Presley, 228. Elvis dead on the 228th day of the year. Again, while she's 77, Lisa Marie's dead. Lisa Marie died 233 days after Priscilla Presley's birthday. Priscilla Presley, 233. Priscilla, 144, born on the 144th day of the year. It was July 30th, 54, that Elvis gave his first public concert. That was in Memphis. But yeah, all these historical numbers connected to these entertainers, they show up pretty much every single time when they're dead in the headlines. Cause of death, small bowel obstruction. Remember, they said that's pretty much what Elvis died from. He was dead on the toilet. Again, the common understanding is he had severe constipation. They say Elvis had over 50 pounds of doo-doo in his gut when he died. Fat Elvis. The news came on what would have been the 187th day of Elvis's age. Lisa Marie Presley, 187, like Society of Jesus. Came on what would have been the 163rd day of Lisa Marie Presley's age. Here we are on the day leaving 163 days left in the year. Again, 38th prime, death, murder, killing, RIP 38, where we started out with the drowning, the drowned, 38. Same stuff over and over. It came 157 days before the first Jesuit Pope's birthday, who was still ticking before he went out by the numbers. Elvis Presley, 157. The official cause of death, look at that, 181. 181, the 42nd prime, like Pops died at 42. All right. Michael K. Williams, HBO Jesuit run network, founded by a Jesuit, Dolan, who died at the end of last year by the numbers. But when he died at 54, it was on 56 date numerology, and it was on Idris Elba's birthday. Remember, Idris Elba was used in the pandemic to scare black people. I think he was the first person to tell black people that when the shot comes out, they need it the most because they're the most susceptible. Michael K. Williams died on a date that can be written 6/9. They said it was from heroin 69. Date can also be written 9/6, and we'll get to the 9/6 part. But yeah, it was a date with 56 numerology. And just that 56, 54 thing. His character was based on Donnie Andrews. Donnie Andrews was born in 54. And the last thing that Michael K. Williams put on social media was this bit about Tracy Morgan, which also just happened to equal 54. The last thing he was in was H.P. Lovecraft, which also equals 54. And remember, HBO and home box office, which it stands for. HBO is 56. Home box office is 54 and 72, like Jesuit order. And I just wanted to show just a few. There's way more examples than I'm showing you. There's just these numbers coming together in the ritualism. It happens a lot. It's not always death rituals, too. It's like rigged sports outcomes, et cetera, et cetera. Just these numbers, the way they get paired together. From the anniversary of the release of The Wire, June 2nd, to the day that he died, September 6th, 96 days later. 96 days later on 9/6. And words like Freemason, knowledge, Satanism, they all equate to 96. And you got those whistleblowers at the 33rd degree saying it gets pretty wicked up at the top. Modern Freemasonry has a lot of overlap with Jesuits, Jesuit priests writing the rites for Freemasonry. I still don't know what it is about the 288. Michael K. Williams, remember when not Michael K. Williams. When Chadwick Boseman died on the 28th of August, it was the makeshift Jackie Robinson Day, and he really died at 42, and then they changed his age of death to 43, but he had the makeshift Jackie Robinson Day, which was moved because of the cooties. They had to move it from when it typically is on April 15th to August 28th. That was also Jack Kirby's birthday, who wrote the Black Panther. And again, Jackie Robinson was in the Tank Brigade called the Black Panthers, and Chadwick Boseman was Jackie Robinson. Andy was the Black Panther, and there's a whole lot more to that. But 288 was big in his death. Outside of that, I haven't really done any research on 288. I still haven't connected what it is. But yeah, Michael K. Williams did die 288 days after his birthday as well. I'm sure there is something to that, and I just haven't figured it out. The things they continue to do with Michael K. Williams. Again, just the fact that he died on Idris Elba's birthday. Idris Elba, 79, like Society of Jesus, and 56, like the date numerology, and Murder 79. There's the home box office Jesuit Order HBO thing. And again, just the first episode of The Wire. You can turn it on. You'll see it puts the date on the screen. May 4th. First episode starts on 5/4. Perry Jones II was who had the Idris Elba connection. A lot of it, like, he used to always be around. I don't know. A lot of people like him have just abandoned the community. Life happens, though. Who knows? Hopefully he's all right. Remember Lance Reddick, also from The Wire, was announced dead right before the new John Wick movie came out. John Wick 4, when 4 is associated with death. Let's see. They said he died from heart artery disease, 201 and 84. Johnstown flood years ago on the 201st day of the year. They said 84 died. We just talked about the Cosby actor, dead on the 201st day of the year, started with the show in 84. Numbers that get put together all the time. Keanu Reeves did the 201 tribute to Lance Reddick. John Wick 46 like sacrifice. But hold on, Michael K. Williams. Remember what they did with Coolio? Speaking of 40, Coolio is one of the most wicked 46 sacrifice rituals there ever was. He died on the 46th anniversary of Stevie Wonder's Pastime Paradise, which is the sample for Gangsta's Paradise, and there's a lot more to it as well. But that happened, and then after his death, on April 6th, on 4/6, Michael K. Williams and Coolio fentanyl overdoses are what's announced in the news on the same day. We'll go back and look at Coolio's. They said Michael K. Williams, fentanyl dealer, pleaded guilty on 4/6 as well. From Michael K. Williams' death to that news was 19 months on the nose, like OD's 19. And from Coolio's death to the news was 190 days, which is the 19th triangular number. On the same day, it just comes out that they both OD'd. Yeah, there was some other stuff going on that day as well, too. We're going to talk about Tiger Woods in a minute also. Tiger Woods was ranked 42nd in the Masters on that day. We're going to talk about what they did with Scotty Scheffler yesterday on the 201st day of the year, who did a perfect ritual, perfectly synced with Tiger Woods. They couldn't have scripted it any better, literally. Let me pull up the Coolio. And remember when I connected the Coolio and Stevie Wonder thing? CNN, like an hour later, had that as like one of their top stories. Like, what the hell? Is CNN following my lead now? Hold on. Yeah, this was just one of the most wicked things ever. Yeah, I already had the video out, and then the CNN breaks the same news. Hold on though. That's not. Let me pull up the proper Coolio post. Oh yeah, Coolio also died on the 201st day of the Amish Paradise song anniversary. Weird Al made fun of Gangster's Paradise with Amish Paradise. That was another 201. Some people would say this is a lot of confirmation bias. Oh man, these people are shameful. Hold on. Why can I not find the post I want to find? Here we go. I think this is it. September 28th, the day that Coolio died, 271st day of the year. Gangsta's Paradise 271, the way that the song is titled. He died on the 59th day of being 59 years old on a 59 date numerology. Again, Motown came out in 59. Black History Month ends on the 59th day of the year. Slave, Negro, Rasta, Blues, all 59. Run it in reverse, they're all 76. And his birth name, artist Leon Ivy Jr., 76. Again, that new movie, Sinners, starts on the day leaving 76 days left in the year, ends on the same day 60 years later. And the thing about it ending 60 years later, if you've seen Sinners, the N-word equals 60 and 42. And remember, 60 is the 42nd composite number. And Pastime Paradise came out in 76. Again, Coolio died in 2022 on the 46th anniversary. And of course, it was put out by Motown, established in 59. Songs in the Key of Life. It was the 139th day of Stevie Wonder's age when he died, the 34th prime. Rapper, Murder, Black, they're all 34. Freemasonry, 139. Free, 34. Stevie Wonder was 72 at the time, like Jesuit order. The full date numerology was 79. The lesser date numerology is 59. Again, Murder, Society of Jesus, both 79. I didn't write that detail up. Oh, look at that. The studio where Pastime Paradise was recorded. Record plant. Record plant, 54. What do you know? What do you know? BK's loved one said the movie Dangerous Minds, that the Coolio song was on that soundtrack, Michelle Pfeiffer movie, was based on the autobiography of Luann Johnson. Luann Johnson, 177, 201, just like the Jesuit order. Isn't it something else? Who was 69 at the time. She was 69 at the time. The Jesuit order, 69. Some confirmation bias. Michael K. Williams had a tribute to DMX. Don't forget what they did with DMX. God. Okay. All right. Remember Brady won in the GOAT ritual at age 43, the Super Bowl? You guys don't know. GOAT 43, greatest of all time. What it stands for is 188. He won the Super Bowl. Wait, I'm missing greatest. Greatest of all time is 188. Brady won the Super Bowl 188 days after his 43rd birthday. Gave that one out for free before the game was played. LL Cool J, who has channel 43 on Sirius XM, Rock the Bells. He has the song 4321 where he ends by saying he's the greatest of all time. DMX is on that song. DMX, they reported, became a vegetable on 4/3/21, like the song name 4321. And that was 79 days after LL Cool J's birthday that happened. Vegetables 79, LL Cool J 79, Murder 79. Remember, he didn't die, though, until April 9th. Darkman X 49, and that's also Lil Nas X's birthday. DMX, Darkman X, dies on Lil Nas X's birthday after he just put out the Satan shoes when DMX said on his record and in the movie Belly, he has the line about he sold his soul to the devil and the price was cheap. But, it's funny. I just saw this the other day. For whatever reason, I ended up looking up that music video the other day, and I'd been missing this whole time because we talked about when DMX died, like right when it happened. I should have looked up the music video because for anyone who knows that song, 4321, LL Cool J's song, he has a beef on the song with another artist on the song. And the artist on the song that he has the beef with is Cannabis. And LL Cool J's whole thing is like talking down to Cannabis because Cannabis is a smaller guy. He's talking about how small he is and he'll never be the greatest. He swings the rusty I can't even think of everything he says. But anyway, he's talking again. I always thought when that song came out, I was like, well, if he doesn't like him so much and it's his song, why did he allow that verse to stay on there? Because for anyone who knows anything about the song 4-3-2-1, if you ever hear that song on the radio, there is a rapper who's cut from the song on the radio. He doesn't make the radio play, and that's Master P, and that's because Master P is one of the worst rappers of all time. They cut that out of the radio song, but they leave in the Cannabis part. So I always thought, I was like, well, if LL Cool J really didn't like Cannabis's verse on there because he felt like it was challenging him and his ego, then why is it on the song? So anyway, have you guys seen the music video for 4-3-2-1 anytime lately? Because Cannabis is wearing a jersey that looks like the Kansas City Chiefs, and he's wearing the number 31. And does anyone remember what the score was when Brady beat the Chiefs in the Goat Bowl? Does anyone remember how many points Brady and the Bucs scored? Because they scored 31. So yeah, I'd put it on here, but hold on. Maybe I can, hold on. Maybe I can actually share it. I can't play the music because we'll get copyright, but I actually want to put this on the screen. 4-3-2-1 music video. I'm just going to scroll to where Cannabis is on the screen. I saw this the other day and I said, holy shit. He is wearing a jersey that looks like the damn Chiefs jersey, and it's number 31. And again, just about how scripted things are. I mean, this song came out how many years before 055? I mean, I was in high school when this song came out. Let me see. Bear with me. I'm finding the part. Here he is. Here he is. Man, this editing is quick, trying to get it to stop on the right spot. Here we go. Yeah, you watch the video because you can see more of the colors, but it's got that. It's similar to the Chiefs in 31. And again, no doubt this ritual with what happened to DMX was all part of the Goat Bowl. And don't forget what else happened. Again, American football is credited to Walter Camp, who went to Yale. There were the Goatville killings in the Yale neighborhood right before Brady won at 43. After he went down to Florida. And remember, it all started for Brady after number 43 took off as Bush when the election came down to Florida, where his brother was the 43rd governor and his daddy was the 43rd vice president. He became the first Republican president since his father. Number 43. Bush declared the Patriot Act, then the Patriots took over the NFL. But yeah, I saw this and I thought, you got to be kidding me, man. Look at the score in the background. I didn't catch that the other day. Look at the score back there. 42-0. I mean, come on, man. Same numbers just everywhere. Damian Lillard back to the Blazers by the numbers. Get a better shot of this. Again, it's not an exact Chiefs jersey, but if I look at that jersey, I say, what's that jersey the closest to in the NFL? You'd probably say the Tampa Bay Bucks and the Kansas City Chiefs, wouldn't you? Wouldn't you say that jersey is the closest to the Bucks and the Chiefs? Name another team in the NFL whose jersey is closer to the Bucks and the Chiefs than that. You can't name another team. And that's what the Super Bowl was. Bucks 31. What did the Chiefs score? 9? Is that what it was? Super Bowl 55 box score. Yeah, 31-9. I mean, just living out the script. But anyway, I got off on this tangent because Michael K. Williams paid tribute to DMX on the BET Awards, and then they're both dead from ODs. DMX overdose, slipping. Baltimore, where the wire set, they're all 41. Okay. This Scotty, did you see what Scotty Scheffler did and how synced it was with Tiger Woods? You guys remember when Tiger Woods supposedly got in a car crash, but there was no proof of any of it, and it happened on the 54th day of the year? Tiger, who always wears the red and black on Sundays when that's the color scheme of the Jesuits, red and black. Catholic Church that moved the day of worship to Sunday. the Sun Colt. And remember, Jesuit orders 54 and 72. They play 72 holes in a PGA tournament. Scotty Scheffler, he did a perfect ritual with Tiger and with Ben Hogan, and he did it on the 72nd day of the year. Look at this. Both now Tiger Woods and Scheffler won their fourth major 1,197 days after winning their first. What are the odds of these things? I mean, and Scheffler is like, nobody's seen this dominance in golf since Tiger Woods. Both 1,197 days apart. And again, I've always made the point about Tiger in 201 because when they shamed Tiger, remember, golf historically is this racist, white-only sport. When Tiger was about to break every single record in golf, all of a sudden, that's when the affair news came out, and they were showing his text messages and him flirting with, a woman and telling her to meet him in hotel room number 201. Yeah, go back and look. It's 201. So now Scheffler does what Tiger did on the 201st day of the year and matches what Ben Hogan did in 53, 72 years ago. He won by 4 strokes for his fourth major. It's just like, come on, man. In the time of Cancer, the fourth sign. Oh, I forgot to make that point too. Again, it's Cancer. Today is the last day of Cancer. Cancer's a water sign. It's also ruled by the moon, and here we are on the Moon Day Monday. But Cancer, a water sign, all this flooding in the time of Cancer, and the last day of Cancer, we get a drowning story of a member of the Cosby Show. I mean, come on. And Cancer has that fateful gematria, too. Cancer's got the 44 like kill, 118 like death, like homicide. But yeah, Scotty Scheffler's ritual on the 201st day of the year, tying Tiger, not an accident. 201, heliocentrism, Sun, 54. And for another one, actually, that kind of fits in, Helios, the Greek name for the sun, 68. Golf, 68. Probably not an accident. Just about Trump yesterday, too, in case you missed this, demanding that the Redskins become the name again and not the Commanders, or who's threatening their stadium deal. Again, Trump does that 36 days after his birthday. Redskins is 36. They also have the 54 connection, which we'll get to. He did it 29 weeks before the upcoming Super Bowl. Football in Ohio, 29. That'll be Super Bowl 60, no doubt sync with the chump. Did it on the 201st day of the year, big Jesuit number. And notice, Redskins in reverse is 54. Again, just Sun, 54, 201st day of the year. The Redskins name is connected to the Buffalo Nickel, another 54. And you see how Buffalo Nickel and Jesuit order are also 72? Like the sun moves 1 degree on the astrological wheel every 72 years. Remember, President Trump equals 72. But here's what I forgot in yesterday's post. Shout out to Dave. The Redskins logo was modeled after John Two Guns Whitecalf, and that became the logo representing him in the year 72. And it lasted for 48 years, and now, Trump's saying, bring it back. Bring it back. Donald Trump, 48. Again, President Trump, 72. And so is President Biden, and they're both Jesuit educated. And by the way, from the actual naming of the team commanders to Trump's demand, we're in the 181st week since the team was renamed, which is the 42nd prime, and Commanders is 42. Again, if they do win their next Super Bowl that they appear in, they will become 4-2 in Super Bowls. The Commanders. The one hope for all you Washington fans is that 60 is the 42nd composite number. It is an intriguing narrative, but I've covered some other things that are a bit more intriguing to me. And again, if you're not on Patreon, that's where we really go into detail on the sports. But yeah, just all this stuff on the same day, right? That's the point I'm trying to make. Just across the board. Sunday, another 54 ritual. Another one. Just nonstop. And like I said yesterday, this ritual came 49 days before the season opener when Washington's 49. The baseball team there that won their World Series synced with Chump. Again, their W is a hidden 201 right in front of your face once you see it. And again, just things like this too. Old post right here with Brady. Brady born 201 years after the United States of America. Tom Brady, road to 201. Remember, he had 201 passing yards in his last ever Super Bowl. Why did they didn't delete my post on this, did they? ESPN Tom Brady 201. What the hell? Normally it would just go right to that post. Now I'm getting annoyed. Why they've deleted a lot of posts on this website. They better not have gotten rid of my road to 201 post. Hold on. That's a great artifact. Wow. ESPN Tom Brady road to 201. March to 201. This article was written right after Brady beat the Rams, who he had a lot of Super Bowl success against. Rams in Jewish gematria is 201. But again, Tom Brady born 201 years after the country, born in 1977. Same year Elvis died. Oh yeah, they killed Elvis 201 years after. Wow. He's with the 201 girl after the country just turned 201 years old. Hold on. But yeah, Tom Brady was married to Giselle, born on July 20th, the 201st day of the year. Again, his last Super Bowl, 201 passing yards. It all happened after the two towers became zero, and they eventually made it one during his long, storied career. I got to go back and search and make sure they didn't get rid of that post. Normally that pulls it up. But, and by the way, just don't forget what they did to Charlie Taylor, number 42, right after they renamed the team Commanders. And he wore 42. His full name equaled Washington Commanders. Just dead right after they renamed the team. Taylor's also 91. Okay, so this movie that just came out, Eddington, which literally uses my quote about everything that went down in 1956 connected to cooties. The movie just released Friday, 1956 days from the pandemic being declared. Again, the Wuhan lab, 1956 establishment. Bill Gates does matter too. Tom Hanks, born in 1956, first celebrity with the virus, got sick while filming the Elvis movie. Elvis got the polio jab on live TV on Jonas Salk's 42nd birthday, but also Bill Gates' first birthday in 1956. Everything connected to cooties was coded 56. And even this movie, in this fictional town they make up, Eddington, New Mexico, has the 56 connection. If you haven't seen Eddington, it's largely about cooties and Black Lives Matter. And, of course, those were two of the biggest stories of 2020. This list, actually, there's a lot more that could go on this list, but just look at those things. Everyone who was the face of the pandemic was Jesuit-educated, Society of Jesus, Anthony Fauci, Corona Del Mar, that's where they buried Kobe, obviously the virus, the toilet paper selling out, mind control, Black Lives Matter. There was a lot of outages and weird weather that year. Interest rates is another 56. Food shortages, which happened. I should have put up the name Gavin Newsom, of course. Gavin Newsom's another 56. Jesuit educator who said he locked down California, the first governor to lock down his state, saying 56% will get the virus in 8 weeks, which is 56 days. The Soleimani thing and the stampede that killed 56 people. Just so much 56 in 2020. And everyone is saying, like, why is Austin Butler even in this movie? Because the movie's over 2.5 hours long, and apparently Austin Butler has about 3 minutes of dialogue in the movie. So people feel like it doesn't make sense to have such a long movie and him in there for so little. The people who are reviewing and making these critiques, and a lot of people don't like his character because they refer to him as like this wackadoodle conspiracy theorist cult leader. Talking Matrix crap. I've been watching all kinds of people's reviews on Eddington. It's funny. But, these same people, they have no idea. Like, again, most people don't have a clue about anything that I'm talking about today. And it's too bad that they don't. I think a lot more people would know about this if it wasn't for all the deletions and mass censorship and the algorithm. But, again, Austin Butler was the guy who was used for Elvis, right? And that Elvis movie was connected to the whole pandemic because Tom Hanks, again, first celebrity with the virus. And don't forget, Tom Hanks in Sleepless in Seattle, where his wife dies from illness in Chicago and he moves out to New York. And when the pandemic was declared, Seattle, in the time of its 56th mayor, Jenny Durkin, was the first city outside of China with a case. And then the next city with a case was Chicago with Mayor Lori Lightfoot, who was also the 56th mayor of her city. Seattle and Chicago just happened to be in the time of their 56th mayors. But yeah, anyway, the things I was talking about, that quote is what's used in the movie with all the 56 stuff. And I think this is why they put Austin Butler in there. And maybe there's something symbolic about him just being a tiny piece of the movie. For most people, any conspiracy-oriented stuff they heard was what made up a small segment of their mind in the time of the pandemic because they're so trained to just listen to the TV that lies to them every day and fear mongers to them. And again, a lot of people have regrets at this point for listening to the TV. You know, health ailments, if they're even still here. Had they been listening to yours truly, no doubt they'd be healthier, smarter, and wiser. But yeah, I think that is why they used Austin Butler for that role. And just had him in there for a teeny tiny little nod to what most people won't even comprehend or put together. Even though they even have it in the movie where he's talking about 1956 in the lab and Elvis and Tom Hanks. It's right there in the movie. People have told me it's right at the 5-minute mark. It's right at the start of the movie when that dialogue's playing, but I haven't heard anybody in any of the reviews make that connection. And again, these connections that really are surface level and in your face, just a lot of people, they cannot connect the dots. So. Yeah, again, R.I.P. to Mr. Warner. The news on the 202nd day of the year for the man that was in the Cosby Show that ran 202 episodes. And let me see here. Open up with the super chat. Said his 7/20 death comes 163 days before the anniversary of Bill Cosby's arrest. Go figure. Go figure. And again, Bill Cosby, just major ritual with him too. Major ritual the whole way, just dragging his name through the mud. Thank you, KT Cleans a Lot. She said, wishing you a very happy birthday. I appreciate that so much. Thank you. Smeed 20 with another big 2. Thank you, Smeed. Said, happy birthday. The community appreciate you. I appreciate that. Jake 898 becomes a member. Thank you so much, Jake 898. Leslie says, happy birthday. Didn't you give me a happy birthday yesterday too, Leslie? Thank you for doing it 2 days in a row. Carrie Barnes. Good to see you, Carrie. She said, happy birthday, Zach. Thank you for all you do. You're very welcome. Sean Exclusive chipped in 5. He says, hey, Zach, happy birthday. Do you think there will be another pandemic? Seems like history will repeat it soon. If you guys forgot, May 20 pandemic declaration. Again, just the Jesuit jokes going over the world's head. Shoot, I thought that would hold on. Let me get 2025 in here. All right, so remember, the week that the Russia-Ukraine war began, what was flying under the radar was that Bill Gates and co. and the World Health Organization and the World Economic Forum and other related communities were coming together and they were beginning to draft a document for the next pandemic. And don't forget, the day after cooties was declared the first case in the world outside of mainland China in Bill Gates' backyard, the Netflix documentary came up with Bill Gates, The Next Pandemic. All these major league coincidences. But yeah, Bill Gates has been talking about this, how in the next pandemic, he wants a greater worldwide partnership and agreement to get everybody mass vaccinated very rapidly so lives can be saved. That's what they say, right? So they finally finished this pandemic agreement this year on Cannonball Day. Only important to the Jesuit order. Making the point out it's the Jesuits behind all this. Cannonball Day is to remember their leader getting shot. So this is an agreement to get everybody shots very quickly, and it's finalized on the day to remember the leader of the Jesuits getting shot. And it's just like how when the Cooties shot went live in the U.S., it was on the anniversary of Sandy Hook. And let me just, since we talked about all this 56 stuff, let me go back to this is one of my favorite stories right here. Poor Patrick Dragon. Patrick Dragon, Sandy Hook first responder. They had to have this photo with only the 56 showing. Of course, it's confirmation bias that we would even notice that. And again, Sandy Hook was established in 56, and the shooting was 56 years later. Adam Peter Lanza, the shooter's name equals 56, like Society of Jesus. You can see that they're all very close. The gematria, forwards and backwards. Patrick Dragon, Society of Jesus, Adam Peter Lanza. But remember, December 14th, the day that happened in history, December 14th, the first jabbed person for cooties in the U.S. was Sandy Lindsay. And again, everything in the cooties pandemic was coded 56. Remember, the first vaccinated person in the world was Maggie Keenan, whose name's also 56. And, oh, shoot. I always forget the name of the Will Smith movie. I Am Legend. Hold on, let me pull this up too. Because it was the anniversary of I Am Legend. How come when I type in legend, the search does not work right? Right here. Remember, the jab goes wrong and I Am Legend and turns the world into zombies, right? And the book I Am Legend was written in 1954. Oh, I'd forgotten that detail. It was written in 54. Go figure. But I Am Legend also has the Corona overlap. And remember, Moderna was founded by two Jesuits, one of them born on the 201st day of the year. We also capitalized big time on predicting exactly what day the Moderna stock would blow up months before it did. Understanding the numbers, May 7th, 2020, was the day we had circled, and it shot up like a rocket on that exact day. Is this? Yeah, the woman in the story who creates the jab in I Am Legend, her name is Alice Crippen, 201 and 69, just like the Jesuit order. Like Event 201 was the simulation on the day the military world games began in Wuhan, China. It's just so many jokes. And don't forget, hold on. The man who coined the term corona in relation to eclipses. I can't think of his name right now. Let me see here. Jose Joaquin de Fer. This is the man right here. Remember, the day that the shot went live in the U.S. was also the day of the total solar eclipse in Argentina, which is Pope Francis' native country. And of course, he was Mr. 201, the first Jesuit Pope, the first to live in Suite 201 at the Vatican, and his name also equaled 201. And of course, he just died in a 201 ritual on Rome's birthday earlier this year. But notice, the man who coined the term corona in relation to eclipses died at 54. Sun number, right? And he died on the 18th of May in 1818. Look at sun. 1854. The Jesuit acronym IHS is 18 forwards and backwards. But hold up. Jose, well, there's a lot of things that are actually interesting about his name. He's got a lot of little interesting connections. His Wikipedia shows him doing the hidden hand just like the Pope, the Jesuit Pope. His name is 201. I mean, it's just way too many. Overlaps. Way too many historical connections. Way too many things pointing to the same order. The Jesuits, who gave you the calendar and the language. And again, there's just so many people who don't want to hear it. They want to blame everything on small caps. Did small caps give you the Gregorian calendar? No. Jesuit priest did, Christopher Clavius. Did they standardize the English alphabet with 26 letters? No. Well, why would small caps be so concerned of coding this name who they don't even recognize into the language? Jesus 74, like cross, like Messiah, like gospel, like parables, like English, like gematria. I understand that is their thing, but they're not the only ones who have the knowledge. Again, why would they do that? And I do realize that word, which is not the true word from the Bible, is also 74. And I would say it's the church who's converted people from seeing the true Hebrews to the ones that come from Eastern Europe. But yeah. And yeah, we're just getting started. I mean, there's a million, everything we've covered in this stream, there's a million more things we could point to, pointing to the same patterns, the same overlaps. All right, you guys are getting more generous. I appreciate it. Sean Exclusive says, "Hey Zach, happy birthday. Do you think there will be another?" Oh, I was answering your question. Let's hope not. Let's hope there's not going to be. But again, Bill Gates has said there's going to be one. They're gearing up for it. I'd like to think that they'll wait 102 years, but at the same time, the reality is if they're like, well, you know what, if they're not going to do it in my lifetime, I don't care. That really is the wrong attitude. It's just like, this stuff just needs to be shut down so it doesn't happen again. These people need to be shut down. Drain Masters. Is gematria used to predict the future or to decode after something happens? Do you think more arrests will come out of the Epstein or Diddy case to help the children? Well, I mean, you can use it for both. I've accurately forecast the future a gazillion times, from news to sports. I mean, you're asking about Diddy. I told everybody why Diddy was going to go down at 54 a year before it happened. But yeah, it's a great tool for both. And there's people who've tried to make the argument that, well, what's the point of this when you're looking at things in hindsight? Well, it's like, well, even if you couldn't predict the future, which I've already proven in 1,000 different ways that you can, again, we were way ahead of 2020 before anyone, Drain Masters. Also, I said why Trump would be reinstalled 4 years before he was, why Biden would be installed as number 46 weeks after the Pope's birthday in light of what he did with his son at age 46, 201 days before the Pope's birthday. Again, you can use this to take advantage of the market, crypto, so many correct predictions for both. Sports in a major way. I mean, we could sit here for the next 24 hours and I can tell you about all the sports futures we've hit. And then we'd only be getting through just this year's. No, I mean, this has major predictive power. But let's just say even if it couldn't be used to predict the future, it is great for figuring out what's actually going on and who's responsible, just like a detective needs tools to solve the murder. Who did the murder? Who's the actual guilty party? And here we're living in a world right now where the whole conspiracy community is mostly co-opted by I can't even think of the phrase right now because I don't get enough sleep these days, but COINTELPRO. Is that right? It doesn't sound right. I can't think right now, but you know what I mean? There's these half-truthers that are planted all over the web to lead people who are looking for truth astray, and almost everybody leads you to the small hats and this and that. You can prove that is not who runs the show definitively with this knowledge by understanding who encoded the language in the calendar and who's doing this to us every day. Not to mention just looking at history and seeing who the founders actually warned about. It wasn't small hats, it was the Jesuits, the same one Lincoln blamed the Civil War on. Niall, what's up, Niall? He says, Jack, check out my decode on the Free to Find Truth site about Malcolm-Jamal Warner. I'm tuning in late, so you have covered some of this, but there's some good info. All right, we'll see what Niall's got. Niall's a good decoder. If you guys don't know, I do run this website, freetofindtruth.com. It's totally free to use. You can get to it through your smartphone in a very easy way. If you just download the Mighty Networks app, which is also free, and once you're in there, just search Gematria Effect News Community. It should put you where you need to be. Let me see if I can find Niall's post. He might have put it somewhere other than breaking news. Let's see. All right, I can just look him up and find his activity. All right. Oh, yes. Yeah, 29 days before his birthday. Drown is 29. Yeah, that's a good point. We did talk about the 337 thing, the Cosby show thing. Bill Cosby's 54. Good addition. Bill Cosby just celebrated his 88th birthday on the 12th. 21 is the 12th composite number. It's kind of interesting the relationship with 21 and 12 because 73 is the 21st prime number. So 73, 21, right? 37 is the 12th prime number. 73 is the reflection of 37. 21 is the reflection of 12. 21 is also the 12th composite number. In the Hebrew study of letters numbers, 73 and 37 are considered like the numbers. Jamal Warner is 73, like William Cosby, like sacrifice. The news does break on 73 date numerology. All right. Yeah. Good additions. Good additions indeed. Good additions. Yeah, well done, Niall. Yeah, if you guys aren't on this website, for all you guys who say you don't get notifications, I mean, this website's been up for years now, and I notify almost every time I go live on here, and it does work if you have the app. If you have a smartphone and the app, you will get a ding because I clicked the notify members button. So if we could get everybody on here, and it's, again, the reason I pay all this money for this website, it is expensive to run, and hardly anyone uses it, is because it's a place that you can post stuff and not have to worry about it getting taken down and censored. There's no censorship on here. Unless you're a troll. Trolls do get the boot. And I've even let some trolls live on here because they half the time they post something halfway decent. If your name is Evan Trexel, you're a troll, but I let you stay on there because occasionally you have something decent. Okay. All right. We got quite a few people watching. I'll open up the phone line here. Where did I put my phone is the question. Here, I'm going to go run and grab my phone because, oh no, it's right here in front of me. I'm going blind. All right, I'm going to open up the phone line. If you guys want to add in anything, it can be about this topic. It can be about other topics. Shout out to Larry. Larry sent over $42 for the 42nd birthday. I appreciate it. Shout out to John, who sent over a big 25 for the birthday. I appreciate that. Yeah, these other platforms like CashApp and Zelle, the nice thing about donating there is they don't take 30% like YouTube does. YouTube likes to take 30%. I just think about how much money YouTube must pull in every day off just people's super chats taking 30% of everything that's donated. And then I saw another thing that if you send it with Apple Pay takes another 30%. So if you sent somebody $10 in a super chat through Apple Pay, that person would get $4. Google would take $3 and Apple Pay would take $3. That's crazy. All right, hold on. I'm getting the phone line open here. It is that 509 number if you guys want to phone in. All right, 509. You guys want to phone in? First caller, unknown. We better not have a troll to start us off. Trolls are the most eager to call in on the birthday. Hold on, unknown. I got to get this set up right. Oh, wow. When you're unknown, it doesn't let me do it. That's weird. Or hold on. I know what. Sorry, I forgot to do something. I forgot a step here. Okay. Oh, they hung up. I bet they were a troll. All right. Now it's ready to go. If you guys want to call in, it'll work. But yeah, you might have to compete with the trolls. Okay. Yeah, the line is open for anybody who wants to call in and add to the conversation. I'll see what else is buzzing in the news. Oh, it's the troll again. Let's see. I think they're a troll. We'll try one more time. Unknown. Hello. Yeah, they just want to clog up the phone line. Okay. Isn't it amazing there's like people hanging around that just want to clog up the phone line so other people can't call in? It's like get a life, please. The Mighty Networks app, once you're in there, it should once you have it and it's just you've opened it to Gematria Effect News, it just keeps you in there. And then there's not really anything else. All right, here we go. 646. 646. Hello?
Yes. Oh, hey, what's going on, Zach?
Yeah, what's up?
I just wanted to add in something about the death of the Bill Cosby star. I seen that I guess in the news they said that it was an accidental drowning, which equals 86. And
he got that Emmy in 86. He got the Emmy in 86.
Right. And from September 20th was the day that the Cosby Show debuted.
Right.
And from his death, that would be 8 weeks and 6 days. So that's another 86.
And as we know, 86 to get rid of, blood sacrifice 86, human sacrifice. Human sacrifice is also 86. And notice how both those words are also 67, like water. Again, dead in cancer, water sign from a drowning. So, yeah.
Right. Yeah. So I mean, like I said, it's another clear sacrifice. I mean, yeah, like it's just undeniable at this point. But that's all I really had. I just want to say, happy birthday. Enjoy your day, man. Thank you. You're a legend. Keep doing your thing, man. I appreciate you.
Appreciate that. Great addition. Thank you.
All right, sure.
All right, take care. BBC's top stories, at least 20 dead. Remember, death equals 20. At least 20 dead after Air Force jet crashes into Bangladeshi school. UK and 27 other nations condemn Israel over inhumane killing of Gaza civilians seeking aid. I feel like they only cover the stories when the death number is smaller, because you follow Al Jazeera. I mean, it's like almost 100 people killed, mostly children, almost every day by Israel and Gaza. And oftentimes it's when they're in a food line or a water line. It's like, how can they be bombing these things? Unknown.
Hey, what's up, bro? If Gematria is so fucking valid, give me a home run parlay using Gematria.
Yeah, we nailed another one yesterday. Should have been there.
Yeah.
Yeah. By the way, just last two times, again, just here's how you guys do it. Next time, just a little example. Raise equals 18. Yesterday had an 18-date numerology. The last two times this scenarios came up, the opposing player hit his 18th career home run, or 18th home run of the season on 18-date numerology versus the Rays. And yesterday we liked the Orioles to win because the pitcher could get his 18th win, which he did. So when you got calls coming in like that, all I got to say back to you is you should sign up for the Patreon. We got a great community, people decoding, helping you out for people like you who need your hand held. Again, it's kind of an unbelievable. And to call in on my 42nd birthday, I mean, again, have we not hit the baseball future almost every year from spring training? And weren't you watching that one time I did the live call on Jorge Soler's certain to come home run on the 42nd pitch of the game? When I told you the Braves would win the 117th World Series before the season even began? R.I.P. Hank Aaron. What's up, 347? What's up, 347?
Happy birthday, Zach.
Thank you.
I just want to know, the Cosby Show is 162 and 54, right? The 54 is for his age. And what was the 162 days for Bill Cosby, getting arrested or something? What was it again?
Here's another thing. Here's another thing about the 162 and 54. Sun Worship has the 162 and 54, dead on a Sunday. And remember, there's that sport that's played in the sunny seasons, baseball. Plenty of 54 yesterday in MLB as well, 162 game season. I think that's part of the reason you have that 162-54 thing going on.
You see, the reverse too. You notice that too, in reverse too. Because you got it 2 times, 162, 54. But he was born in Jersey City. So the only thing I can see, the Cosby Show was based in Brooklyn, New York. That's the only thing I can see from the 162 and 54. And Bill Cosby is 54.
Yeah. Bill Cosby is 54. I almost overlooked that one.
And then somebody said that from his death date was 163 days from the day that Bill Cosby got arrested.
The span.
Or indicted. Which one was it?
It was the span of 163 from the arrest anniversary.
Well, 162 is close enough. and he died yesterday on Sunday. And Cosby show is 162. I don't know. I can't. I know those are baseball numbers, but I can't see nothing with the baseball. Unless it could be a Subway series or something like that.
Yeah. Yeah. Again, I'm sure there's a lot of other angles to it, but again, just keeping it real simple, just trying to wake up friends and family. You can teach them about Sunday, sun rituals. Again, just like the Sunday before, you had the guy dead with the Annabelle doll at 54 on a Sunday. Just back-to-back Sundays, same thing.
Is Sun 54?
Sun is 54.
That's what he died on Sunday. That's another Sunday.
Yeah.
54 black, ball for black men in entertainment industry. Fuck Daddy.
Right. Just to remind people again, I covered it earlier, but for people who are here, last Sunday, the guy with the Annabelle doll dies at 54 on Sunday in Gettysburg, 54 days before the new Conjuring movie comes out that has the Annabelle doll in it. And again, I mean, I don't know what could be more obvious.
The only thing missing in this Cosby show is the Swingali, the 35, the Swingali. I can't get the Swingali in there. I know he was in his 54-year age, so he's in his 55th year of life, so that's bootleg. I can't get the Swingali in this Cosby show. Because that person from the radio station said that Bill Cosby said that word Swingali.
Yeah, my friend from Houston, Darrell, who also was the first person to notify me this morning that the Cosby actor died, he used to work for Magic, the radio station down in Houston, and he got to meet a lot of people, but Bill Cosby, he said Bill Cosby was the guy who got him moving out of the entertainment world because Bill Cosby talked to him about Svengali, and he felt like Bill Cosby was trying to clue him in to, you go deeper in this entertainment world, you might be dealing with some dark stuff. So, yeah.
Well, I just found it interesting that he took P.O. out out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Nobody was even thinking about P.O. And did you know that he won a Grammy Award in 2015? I didn't even know that till they were announcing it on TV when he died. So he won a Grammy Award in 2015.
I didn't
even know that.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. And, okay, one more thing so I'll get okay with that. I think this story is related to Trump because 2 golfers got struck by lightning and died recently in New Jersey over the past, 2 or 3 weeks, I want to say. 2 golfers got struck by lightning on a golf course. You know how that bastard likes to golf and shit.
Again, Trump runs on mega, the highest degree of the Church of Satan. And Satan comes to earth in a bolt of lightning, probably is connected.
So what's the odds that 2 golfers get struck by lightning?
Yeah, or the Olympic athlete, who just died by getting struck by lightning when the Olympics are Greece and Zeus is Greece and he's the lightning god on Mount Olympus, and this person was a winter athlete that skied down the mountain. It's like, come on, man.
Exactly. So I think that's got something to do with Trump. Anything, the helicopters crashes, and golf courses, that's right up his alley.
Yeah.
That's his. I just wanted to make the point about the 162 and the 54 in the Cosby show, him dying at 54.
Well, I appreciate those observations. Thank you.
And him winning the Grammy. And him winning the Grammy in 2015.
Yeah, Indy. All right, man. Appreciate it. You have a good day. Thank you.
Okay.
What's up, 951? What's up? 951? Hello?
How you doing? This is Zach?
Yeah, this is me.
Oh, wow. It must be a real long lag. Okay. So I wanted to chime in. How you doing?
Doing well. Just so you know, just talk through the phone because, yeah, the video has a lag, but through the phone, it's just in real time.
Gotcha. So I wanted to add to this 54 here. They say he died at 54. And, May 4th, is written out as 5-4. And he died 77 days after that, after May 4th, right? So if you multiply 77 times 2, that's 154, all right? And 77 divided by 2, is 38 and a half.
I wouldn't do that if you're trying to wake people up to this information, because they're going to think you're playing with numbers. I mean, just show them what's up with 54. Bill Cosby, The Cosby Show, son, dead on a Sunday at 54, a week after a major 54 ritual with another guy in entertainment show business. I wouldn't do the number play.
Okay, so that'd be
I
too
just
much.
know people will criticize that.
Okay, gotcha. Well, thank you. I don't want to take too much of your time. You have a great day, man.
Yeah, you too, man.
Keep doing
Take
what
care.
you're doing.
Thank you. You can show them the Michael K. Williams, his death at 54, in light of being connected to the wire, where it literally begins on 5-4, and it's on a network that equals 54. I mean, but I wouldn't do all that number magic stuff. Wow, thank you very much. The new Illuminati. It cuts off part of the name, though, so I can't see the full name. But the new Illuminati. I guess I've been recruited with the big 100. Zach being born the day after the 201st day. You know, my birthday is actually... Today's the anniversary of the Jesuit suppression. I was actually born on the anniversary of the Jesuit suppression. It's funny that I was raised Protestant.
Wow, thank
Lutheran.
you very much. So the new Illuminati. It cuts off part of the name, though, so I can't see the full name. But the new
Yeah,
Illuminati.
you got to mute the video. You got to mute the video. You know, it's funny the way my voice sounds on what is playing through your system. I didn't even recognize my own voice. I was like, is that what I sound like on his end? That's weird. Go ahead. What's up, man?
Oh, hey, how you doing? Yeah, this is Dave. I was just wanting to ask you, like, there's a lot of the movies that had 9/23 in it. People were talking about that.
Yeah.
Well, like September it kind of means 7, I guess. The set part of it means 7. So we got 7/23 coming up in a couple of days. And also, after 1985 days after Kobe died, was the 40th anniversary, of the Back to the Future movie. And the Ojo, the soccer player, died. He wore number 20.
Right.
So if you had 20 days to July 3rd, that's also July 23rd.
Okay.
So I'm just thinking maybe something that's a significant date, July 23rd.
I'd have to think more about it. It's
Maybe
the
Rapture.
factors of 42, 2, 3, and 7. There's usually a 42 ritual on that day. We'll see. Anything else?
No, that's it. Just wanted to point that out to you.
All right, appreciate it. Thank you. You have a good day. What's up, 707? 707, you're on.
Yeah, representing the V, baby. What's up, Zach? Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, man, I appreciate the knowledge, man. I don't do much gambling, but whenever I'm in Vegas or something with the wife, man, I might take a look at the screen, see a number, and I usually hit. So it's pretty cool. Shoot, man, I just also been really tripping on the whole fact about this Malcolm-Jamal Warner thing, like you said, how it affects me. Like all on my social media, and everybody's like, wow, I can't believe it. And I'm like, I was like, isn't this the cancer sign? And he drowned.
Yep.
And I told my wife, like, look out for the 201st day of the year. Something's going to jump out. We don't get big news. And I was thinking it was probably going to be a weather event, which it was in Asia. And at the same time, this dude drowned, but they don't release the news till the next day.
Yep.
So maybe that was just some sort of magic trick they did, or to, try to separate the coincidence.
Well,
I don't know.
And again,
But,
again, the first thing I thought of is how today is the. I'm getting feedback if you don't mind muting your video, but today's the anniversary of MLK's brother drowning 56 years ago. That was big news 56 years ago on this day, and that was shortly after MLK was assassinated. So that stood out to me right away. Go ahead.
Yeah, and I was also, my wife, she called me and told me about it while I was at work. And so I immediately went to Gematria Calculator and started calculating the date of his death, and I seen that drown was 29. And I was like, holy cow. I was like, 29 days, 29. And I can't believe it, man. It's man, it never fails, man. And it's just amazing. And I kind of want to use this as an example to people in a simple terms, not dividing numbers or anything like that. I just want to use the straight numbers. Like you said, we got dude that died at 54 at the NFL dog on a Sunday. Son, 54. Then we have this situation right here where Malcolm-Jamal dies on 54. Now, you said there's a relation between 33 and 21. How is that relationship again? I need to look that up. But if you can refresh that for me.
Yeah, 33 is the 21st composite number. So words like Bible equal 33 and 21. And remember, 21 is the 6th triangular number, like man's made on the 6th day. And words like people have the 33 and 21. Cosby show ended 33 years ago. We get the news on the 21st. His name on the show, Theo, equals 21. So.
Yeah, I seen that in the calculator, 21. Yeah, man, I appreciate it, man.
One other thing actually that I think about now, one other thing I just thought about is 30. If I say 33 in water, does anything stand out to you about that? 33 in water?
Yeah, it looks like the water symbol.
Well, yeah, so Cancer's a water sign, but just the
looks like
freezing
the water-
point. They say the freezing.
Like the water symbol.
They say the freezing point is 32 degrees, right? 32 is the freezing point in Fahrenheit.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I'm thinking about how 33 is just before it freezes. Might be something to that.
Interesting. Yeah. All right. Hey, man, I appreciate you. Everything. Happy birthday. Much blessings to sweet girl, sweet lady. You guys do your thing, man.
Appreciate that. Thank you.
Stay safe.
All right. Take care. Thank you, man. Have a good day. What's up, Omaha?
Yo.
Yeah, you're on. What's going on?
Oh, happy birthday, man. Just get that out the way.
Thank you.
Happy birthday to you.
Thank you.
No problem. I did just want to add on to that Mellow Bucks thing. She got the April 9th birthday. The 4-9, I think it was like a revelation ritual. Because she got the April 9th birthday, and then they say 14 people shot and 4 dead. So looked like a revelation ritual to me.
I see what you're saying. The 144,000 chosen, Revelation 49, the shooting in Chicago. Okay.
Yes, sir. Sorry about that, Zach. But yeah, that's all I had to add, man. Appreciate your time. Happy birthday to you again.
Thank you.
I'm always around, bro.
Appreciate that.
No
Thank
problem.
you. All right, have a good day.
Yes, sir.
Take care.
You too.
They do like to use those revelation numbers. Again, these people love to use the Bible like a playbook. And I was thinking about that. We need to, hold on. Matthew, Mark, Luke, John. Let's check something out real quick. What's Matthew 5:4? I don't know my Bible that well. I know some verses, but not all of them. Part of the Sermon on the Mount, huh? I got to see if there's something up with this 54, because there's a reason they chose this number and encoded it so hard. A lot of these numbers I understand, but I know the way they use 54, but I actually don't know its Bible significance. I bet there is something. What's up, Joey?
Yo, I want to bring up how Huxtable equals 93.
Yeah.
And he died on a Sunday.
They say the sun's 93
The
million
sun is
miles
90.
away. Yeah. And named after Malcolm
Yeah.
X, which equals 93, right?
Yeah, and doesn't San Francisco worship 93? Like, San Francisco loves 93, right?
I don't know about that one. I get they like 202. Like the news broke on the 202nd day of the year, and the Cosby Show ran 202 episodes. They do like that one, but I don't know about 93 in San Francisco. Here's the one thing I could connect: the Church of Satan. The Church of Satan is founded in San Francisco. Saturn equals 93, and in the occult, Satan and Saturn are related. The Grim Reaper scythe comes from Saturn as well, but I've never really talked about 93 in San Francisco.
Well, because Thelema and Thelema like worships 93.
Right, but Thelema's
And,
Aleister Crowley. He's not from San Francisco. He's from the UK.
That's true. The reason I bring up San Francisco is because the 49ers have a player named Fred Warner.
Yeah, that's true.
And he died, this Malcolm-Jamal Warner, he died yesterday. And yesterday was 122 days before Fred Warner's birthday. San Francisco equals 122. And Fred Warner wears number 54. So, but Yeah, that's pretty much all I had. Just how they connect. And the news broke today, and today's 121 days before Fred Warner's birthday, and of course, blood sacrifice equals 121.
Yeah, that is interesting.
Just how they sync news and sports.
Yeah,
how they sync news and sports.
That's a possibility.
But, yeah, so the 49ers, they could be synced up with this in the coming season. So, but happy birthday, Zach, and keep up the good work, and peace.
All right, good thoughts. Thanks, Joey. See you, man. The Gospels, Matthew 5:4 says part of Sermon on the Mount, where the verse, "Blessed are those who mourn, for they will be comforted." Of course, death brings mourning, and we do see this number around death a lot. Mark 5:4 describes a man possessed by demons. We talked about this goes with the whole mark of the beast earlier in the stream. 54. What's up, Dave?
Hey, Zach.
Hey. Can you hear me? Maybe we can't hear Dave. Hello? Dave, for some reason...
You there?
I hear, yeah, I hear you.
Okay, I had to mute the video. I thought I muted it, but I was wrong.
Okay.
You know, I live here in New Mexico with all this Eddington stuff, and then you have Rebozo flood. Last week I mentioned to you about that Mark 17 hydrogen bomb here in Albuquerque that fell out of the plane. It's 68 years later. You know, and we sit between Los Alamos and Trinity, and, you know, with all that 68 stuff.
Yeah, nuclear weapon is
something else
68. Nuclear energy is 68. When they made the first nuclear site, Hanford, it was a big 68 ritual. They cleared out the town on the 68th day of the year. They used eminent domain. At the beginning of the Russia-Ukraine war, they had a big nuclear scare on the 68th day of the year. Yeah, that is interesting.
Something else interesting that happened in 1957. The man named after for Albuquerque, his name is Francisco Fernandez de la Cueva. He died at 57.
I see, huh?
So I don't know, the 68 number, you know, there's not much stuff that can happen here other than earthquakes and maybe a tornado. I mean, you know, they could flood this area too, but I just, you know, the 68's got me a little bit kind of wired here a little bit. You know what I mean?
I don't think New Mexico would be the target, though. If they ever do something like that, they're looking for bigger populations.
Well, the 68 is interesting because when you spell New Mexico, it's 48, and 68's the 48th composite. And then with all this Bill Gates and Bezos stuff, you know, and the UFO thing from here in Seattle, it just, yeah, you know, I always wanted to call in on the sports show, but this isn't sports related, so I finally caught you here. Just what you thought about the, you know, 68 years later and this hydrogen bomb falling out of the plane.
Well, with all your sports winning, you could start building a bunker. I think you'll be all right, though.
Shit, I'll get out of here.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Okay. I'm out.
Yeah. I think New Mexico is probably a better place to be than most. Yeah, I think you're probably in a safer spot than a lot of other places, personally. New Mexico.
Okay, yeah. Because the interstates that connect here, Interstate 40 and 25, I mean, this is the lower part to the east and west of the country. You know, these highways are very important.
Mm-hmm.
So that's just my... Yeah, because we've had a bunch of people talk about the balloon fiesta here because it's pretty worldwide, and you know, stuff happening at the balloon fiesta, and that's usually around October.
I see. Okay.
Well, I'm still going to keep an eye on it and see what things go on because, you know, I live out here, so. But that's all I had to ask you to see what you thought about the 68 and being 68 years later and stuff.
All right. Appreciate the thoughts. Thanks, Dave.
Okay, happy birthday again. We'll talk to you tomorrow.
Thank you. You have a good day.
Have a great day. Bye.
Okay, I do got to go get Sweet Girl in about 15 minutes. I got to go pick her up here pretty soon. But we got time for more calls. What's up, 917?
Zach.
Yo.
Yeah, I was reading the bio on the Cosby Show. It said it ran 201 episodes, and the 202nd episode was like the best moment. It wasn't really, you understand?
So okay, wow.
Yeah, it said it on the Cosby Show bio on the Wikipedia that it was a total of 201 episodes and then a best moment.
Yeah,
so
that's exactly what it says. And now dead on the 201st day of the year, and then the news on the 202nd. Crazy.
Yeah, I wanted to call in about Bill Cosby equaling 54, but somebody got to it first already.
I just got to remind people too, just the whole Tuskegee thing. Tuskegee's another one of those 42 words, and it's also 30 like Huxtable. And again, there were 201 men in the control group, and it's like how after Event 201, they used Idris Elba to tell you if you were darker complected, you needed to get the pokey doke the fastest. And of course, that word also has 3042, but it's a whole nother show or point, but. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. All right. I appreciate that clarification on the 201.
No, I got something else. I got something else. It's crazy. So Eric Adams, right? Today he gave a conference today in the morning. You understand? And he put it up on his YouTube page. NYC Mayor. You could put it. It's the last live clip. And he has a 42 hat on today. You heard? You understand?
He had a 42 hat on today. Come on, man. Oh.
Yeah, on his YouTube page. You can go on his YouTube page, NYC Mayor, and the last live one is, I think is 39 minutes, right? You can skip like a couple minutes, like 3-5 minutes.
It's 39 minutes. It's 39 minutes.
Yeah, it's on the mayor's YouTube page, NYC Mayor, right? It's the last the live one, the last one that he threw up because whatever, like 4 hours ago, and he has the 42 hat on. But here's the kicker, right? His birthday is September 1st. It's 42 days exactly to his birthday.
He has a 42 hat on 42 days from his birthday.
Yeah, September 1st birthday. His birthday is September 1st. It's exactly 42 days to his birthday. Yeah, right there. The NYC Mayor, and then it's the live. You go to live, and then it's skip like 5 minutes. You can see him with it on. And I think
I don't know. I can't figure out which one of these it is. NYC Mayor's office. I can't figure out which one of these.
No, you had NYC Mayor, the yellow one.
It says NYC Mayor's office.
Yeah, NYC Mayor's office.
Okay.
And then go to live, and then skip like 5 minutes, and you'll see it with the 42 hat on. I don't know why he has it on today. Why are you gonna have on 42 hat on today? He never does that.
Come on. And it's 42 days before his birthday, huh?
You go live and then skip 5 minutes. You'll see.
Remember when he first became mayor, they had the subway shooting on the anniversary of the Civil War starting, and they blamed it on a black guy? Yeah. Remember that?
33 people. It was the
and all the cameras were out?
Come
on, man.
Yeah. But she's standing right next to Jessica Tiss, the commissioner. And you know what's funny is that her father donated to his mayoral campaign. So it's just crazy. It's just inside bullshit. But crazy, right? It's 42 days.
The 42 hat. I mean, do you think we have confirmation bias like our critics say? They say we got confirmation bias. We're just looking for it.
No, it just can't act. But he's from Brooklyn, and they filmed the Cosby Show in Brooklyn too. Or
Jackie, Brooklyn Dodgers, Jackie. Yeah, was he speaking in Brooklyn today?
Yeah, not so.
Was he speaking in Brooklyn today? Is that where he is?
I don't know. I'm not sure. It's somewhere in Manhattan, but
it probably is a tribute to Jackie though, because Jackie's 21 and 42. It's the 21st of the month. 39 like New York, 39-minute video.
Yeah, interesting. But the Cosby Show took place in Brooklyn, and I think it was filmed in Brooklyn too, or something like that.
Is
But
that
anyway, I'll let somebody else get on. Enjoy your day, Zach. Enjoy your day. Thank you for all the knowledge, everything you brought into the world. Thank you.
all right? Appreciate that. Yeah, great eyes again.
Peace.
I mean, come on, man. Eric Adams in a 42 hat, 42 days from his birthday. Come on.
Hello.
Hey, what's up?
Hey man, happy birthday.
Thank you.
I was looking deeper at that Eddington movie, and at the end when Austin Butler's character is giving a speech, and Emma Stone's character is behind him, pregnant on stage. Joaquin Phoenix's character is Sheriff Vegetable, and he's sitting in a wheelchair with his mother-in-law, and they're watching this on live stream. And when they show Austin Butler, like when they cut the camera to the laptop, it shows that the video is 5 minutes and 6 seconds in.
King Richard had some observations about posters in the background equating to 56 as well, and one of them's from a book from 1956. So there's probably all. I think when that movie comes out, I'm actually gonna buy it just so I can study it. I think it's probably just full of little.
And then I also there was another part, because they did mention Event 201 at the beginning, but there was another part in the middle of the movie. One of the sheriff deputies, he's like super into like crypto, and he's doing target practice, and he's listening to this podcast. And at the beginning of it, you hear something about Ethereum falling under 201.
Huh. Funny.
There was another 201 in that movie.
Yeah.
But also, I wanted to ask if you knew about the Jesuit Pierre Teilhard de Chardin.
I don't think so.
How
do you spell his name? Pierre what?
Pierre Teilhard. It's Teilhard.
I found
and
him.
then D Chardin.
I got him. Okay.
He conceptualized this thing called the Omega Point, which was the theorized future event where the universe spirals towards a final point of unification. And then he also wrote this book called The Phenomenon of Man, which the title of that book equals 201. And it's about kind of like the same thing, describes evolution as a process that leads to increasing complexity, culminating in the unification of consciousness. Which is kind of where that's the big 201, is the singularity and merging man with technology and syncing everybody up to a cloud. And
I see he died 65 years before the pandemic too, and pandemic had that big 65. Remember the Event 201 simulation, 65 million dying in it. It was 65 days from Melinda Gates' birthday, and she's from a family of Jesuit priests.
He was also born on May 1st.
I see that, the Illuminati's birthday, founded by a Jesuit. Yeah.
But yeah, that was all. Happy birthday. Have a good one.
Great observations as always. Thank you.
Enjoy.
Thank you.
Enjoy time with the family. Yeah. Later.
All right. Take care, man. See you. Okay, we got time for a few more calls here. What's up, 937? 937, hello? Hello?
Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, it's crazy, man, how people can't see how much of a ritual that is with Malcolm-Jamal Warner. It's just wild, man. Like, come on, a drowning, kind of eerily similar to, like, when Matthew Perry had that drowning. I mean, in 54, I think the Cosby Show, if I'm not mistaken, at the 54, one of the Gematria ciphers. I don't know if you went over that already or not.
Yeah.
But it's plain as day that this is another ritual. And one more thing, did you see the whole psyop going on with Trump now? He released the MLK files, more of the MLK files. It's just, that's a ritual in itself. It's laughable, all of these psyops going on, man. But great show, man.
So look at this. Okay, so I was talking about how today's the anniversary of He hung up. Today's the anniversary of MLK's brother drowning at 38. And then you get this news of a drowning of another black celebrity. And then the files are out and Eric Adams is in a 42 hat. I mean, come on. 772.
Hey, Zach, what's up? Happy birthday. I just watched Eddington last night. And I got some pretty interesting details. It's the character who was watching your videos, but they were putting on like your videos on their laptop, and you were talking about the 56 list and that character was also talking about Clade X. Her name is Dawn, which equals 66, just like Zachary Hubbard. So I think that they did a tribute to you. I also noticed that the main character, her son, he was running for mayor, and he had a bullhorn, and he was going around town talking about like COVID and stuff, which like that was exactly what you were doing in 2020. You were going around town on the megaphone, and he did the same thing. Then he gets attacked by at the end he gets attacked by Antifa, just like you got attacked by Antifa back then. I think it seems like that, like a lot of the plot points are like centered around you. Also the mayor, Ted Garcia, his name is 68, and you were always talking about, you know, how it's happened in 68 and whatever. And a lot of the characters' names are coded. But yeah, it was very surreal. I mean, it's like, I've been part of the community the whole time. I was here when that happened. And then to go and be in a movie theater watching that, and then watching like them, they got some character. I mean, the guy that was saying the 56 list, I mean, that guy sounds just like you. Like they searched for some actor that had a similar voice to you. It's like, it's so weird and like surreal.
Well, again, he did portray Elvis too, which was a big part of the ritual from the beginning, as we talked about. So yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
I still got to see it. It's hard with the little one. I don't have a lot of free time, but I definitely got to check it out myself. I might have to wait till you can get it on the TV. I kind of want to see it in the theater though. So we'll see if I can figure out a way.
Yeah. I've been seeing a lot of your work and just on Twitter and stuff. Like I see people talking about 33. I see people using your calculator, like from your website. So I you know, and so I think that you know, they're censoring you right now, but I think that you can really make a comeback. But yeah, I mean, we appreciate what you're doing. You have there's people doing stuff for you in the background. So, you know, as long as you keep going, then I think that you're gonna get your comeback. You're gonna get like the revenge of Zach.
Yeah.
After 25 channels,
he's gonna be the tortoise one day at a time. So we'll persist.
Yeah, I'm gonna be on Rumble. I created a new channel called America Incorporated. I'm gonna be restreaming all your videos on there. I honestly really think it'll get like a lot of views on there.
Okay.
So we'll see how that works.
All right. We'll see what happens.
But yeah, and yeah, I'm definitely working on some big stuff. So yeah, have a happy birthday, and yeah, you're definitely gonna like what's gonna happen. So see you.
All right, appreciate it, man. Thank you. Okay. Did I see open up sending another super chat as well. Thank you. He said O'Hearn hit his 79th home run versus Tampa Bay, which equals 79. Jackson Holiday hit his 18th home run versus the Rays, which equals 18 on 18-date numerology, and he did in his first at bat. The last two times we've had 18-date numerology and a Rays game, both guys have hit their 18th home run of the season in their opening at bat. It was Rooker a little more than a week ago who also did it. Again, the date numerology in the course of the month will end up being 18 about 9 days apart. But yeah, we've been talking about this stuff for years. What's up, 267?
Yo. Cousin Zach.
Is this Cousin Mar?
Absolutely. Happy birthday, my motherfucking guy.
It's good to hear from you. How you doing?
Oh man, just been just working, just taking care of the family. About to be a grandpop, so that's a long story.
But I just wanted to call and I know about the call. I just wanted to call and wish you happy birthday, and to go off topic, just because I watch your videos, I don't really call in, so I'm still in the community, folks. Yes. So Joe Burrow, Jalen Hurts, you got the listen. You hit it on the head. You already figured it out. So looking at the the video, then I see that Joe Burrow was supposed to purchase a Batmobile, and he canceled the order for the Batmobile. Did you know that Devontae Smith is called Skinny Batman?
I did not know that. Interesting. Okay.
Right. He wears number 6. So I'm like, okay. So I'm looking at the video and I'm like, Cousin Zach don't even realize what's going on. Like, he has already figured things out. We already know how they, the Kelsey brothers. I ain't trying to say too much because I don't need things being flipped like they flipped things on us last year. But I just want you to look into it, and I sent you a message on your personal number or whatever, so you'll get the happy birthday message. But yeah, we have to look more into this because you were talking about 87, and did you know that the Bengals and the Eagles play in the preseason on August 7th?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
Okay. All right. Got you. But yeah, but I was just like, damn. So I see 87 and I'm like, damn. So Cousin Zach really figured this shit out, and he didn't even have to do much work. It's just a news story. And we know how we like to, we know how they love to incorporate Joe Burrows with Joe Montana. And, and I definitely seen, him getting one while being the Bengals quarterback. But that's all I had to call about. I ain't really got too much to say about, the Cosby's and all of that. Oh, also, your video about the 911 thing in Philadelphia, the 911 dispatcher, the call wasn't working.
Right.
Yeah. Did you know that DC 33 was on strike? That's the reason why 911 dispatch wasn't working. District Council 33 had went on strike, and they represent the yeah.
Okay, I didn't know that was part of it. Yeah, that adds to it. I get it.
Yeah. Yeah, right. It's funny. It's like, damn, DC 33, 911's not working. It's all, it's all one big gematria game here in, the United States of, corporations. But once again, happy birthday. Congratulations on finally being a dad. You got to get one more out. Then you got to, then that's that.
It's funny. Go sweet lady went from definitely wanting 3 to she thinks after 2 she'll be set, because our baby doesn't sleep, so we're learning to just live on caffeine. But it's been fun. It has been fun. So
yeah, and sweet baby is definitely your twin. But listen, we got to try for a little Zach. We definitely need to have you with a son. Because I could see him being a carbon copy of you, and that would just be funny to keep the narrative going for 100+ years. As far as the team.
All right.
Absolutely.
All right. We'll see what happens.
So if you do have another daughter, it is what it is. But still, I was like, damn, Cousin Zach needs a little him.
We'll see. If it's a boy, his name will be Ace. We'll see.
Oh yeah, I know how you were saying last time. If there was a boy, you wanted it to be Ace and all of that, that, and the third. So, but yeah, man, it was good talking to you and shit. And I'll call you during the football season to see how how things is looking. But yeah, I've already put in the future for the guys from Cincinnati and the guys from Philadelphia, just for heads up for football.
The old Bly Burrow ritual. All right, Grandpa Mar. Good hearing from you, man.
This is Zach. Don't do that to me, baby. You know what? That was a good one. And happy birthday, man. I love you, man. I appreciate you.
All right, good talking to you. You take care.
All right, you too.
All right, that was Cousin Mar. What's up, 480? 480.
You got the floor. I was just comment about the Max Holloway fight. His from his birthday till the fight thing was 4 months and 19 days to go with the OKC stuff.
Say it again.
In the moon phases. Yeah, the Max Holloway, the UFC fighter.
Yeah.
Was 4 months and 19 days in the moon phase from his birthday to the fight, or from the fight till his birthday to go to the OKC stuff.
I see.
OKC numbers. Yeah. Okay. And then also, I don't know if it means today can be written like 217, like Jordan's birthday, and it's also 154 days apart, which is the 201st composite, which is kind of weird with the Cosby thing being in Chicago too. I mean, I don't know if there's any connection on that, but it's just weird with it, From George's birthday to today, it's always 154 days. So,
I'm not sure off the top. I'm not sure off the top.
Okay. Yeah, no, it is. No, I'm just saying from because it can be written 217. So from today, because the date can be written like 2117. I mean 21/7.
Oh yeah. Okay, I see what you're saying. Jordan's birthday. Okay.
And that's Jordan's birthday.
Right.
Yeah, and that's Jordan's birthday, and that's 154 days.
I see. Interesting. Okay.
Apart. Yeah. So yeah, it's something I've never noticed before with all the 201 stuff. But
I see.
All right, that's it for right now.
All right. Thanks, man.
Yeah, I'll send up your on. Yeah, bye.
All right. I do got to get going here pretty soon, but what's up, 937? 937, hello.
Hey, Zach, this is me calling back, brother. One more time, man. I know I hung up just a minute ago, but one thing I wanted to point out about the MLK connection, Trump actually had his inauguration on MLK Day this year, so I mean that's another MLK connection.
Oh,
so,
and about the MLK thing. I mean, he's killed on 4/4, a year to the day of his speech Beyond Vietnam, A Time to Break Silence. The speech that got him blacklisted. 4/4. We're on the last day of cancer. Cancer's 44. Like kill.
Yeah. So this is definitely a ritual, and I know that the Cosby actor, I know he died actually on Sunday, didn't he? They announced it today, correct?
Yeah, the actor died
believe
yesterday.
so, yeah.
And it turns out there were actual 201 legitimate episodes of The Cosby Show plus one bonus memory broadcast. So he died on the 201st day of the year, like the 201 episodes.
Oh, it's ironic. He played a son in the show, and he dies on Sunday.
Exactly.
I mean, come on.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
just
exactly.
laughable, man.
Exactly.
But yeah, I just wanted to point that out, man. But happy birthday to you, brother. Enjoy the rest of your day, man.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Someone from Tucson's been trying to call in the whole show, but their timing's been off. Tucson, I'm not going to go until you get in because you've been trying forever to get in. So Tucson, the line's open. If you guys are listening to the show in like live, you can kind of try and time your call. You're on about a 10-second delay, I think. 5-10 second delay. But if you hear the caller starting to wind down what they're saying, it might be time to dial the number. So Tucson, you got to work on your time. You got a big window right now. Now's the time to sneak in. They probably just gave up at just the wrong second. Sometimes the way life is. Yeah, this MLK thing on the same day is crazy. Hold on. Let me let Tucson in real quick, and you can call back. Hold on. Well, Tucson, what are you doing, Tucson? I just picked up your call, and then you hang up. All right, I'm gonna help Tucson. Here they go. All right, Tucson, what's up? Unless they're a troll, I don't know why they're hanging up now as soon as they're getting their call answered. That's weird. Okay. 313? 313?
Hold on. Let me let Tucson in real quick and you can call back.
What is it?
Hold on. What are you doing, Tucson? I just picked up your call. Zach? I'm going to call. Here they go.
Yeah, what's up?
All right, Tucson. Hey, Zach, can you hear me?
I can hear you. What's up?
Hey, how you doing, Zach? I've been trying. Zach, hold on, I'm gonna let you go 1 second. Zach, I've been trying to get a hold of you the last almost 10 times. I don't know what's going on. It might be some technical issues, but I don't know. But listen, I just want to say that happy birthday to you. God bless you. And all I know is that how did I put this? Keep the good work up. Keep on doing what you're doing because, I mean, again, you have been doing a great, excellent, outstanding job. And just want to say, wish you many, many more birthdays because I know, like this whole father thing, it's like you said, it's like a new thing. But again, just let you know that God bless you, my brother, and keep on doing what you're doing. Keep on doing. Oh, one more thing. This is all I want to know. far as Malcolm-Jamal Warner, all I want to know is, I ain't gonna lie, I grew up like far as watching the Cosby, because I have a couple of the Cosby Show episodes. These couple of them, and this is all I want to know, because when I found out about this, it really broke my heart, because I watched like a lot of episodes and then some other like shows and other movies. But tell me this one thing, because you know about the stuff. The way he died out there, tell me this one thing. It's like, how do these people, these elite people, like even though that he got to probably be part of it, but tell me this one thing. How do these people, like, they, even though that, I guess that they said that he was on, I think, vacation, but just tell me one thing, like, how do they know, like, I guess, because again, like, the way he just died, it just don't make sense. Like, if you can kind of like point that out, like, do they know or plan this stuff, or if you can kind of like give me some, like, tell me, like, how do they like know that these people like know they when they gonna go here? Like, if you can kind of like point that out to me, if you can kind of like break it down just a little bit.
Yeah, I think it's obviously planned out. Cosby Show was 201 episodes. He dies on the 201st day of the year. The word actor is 33. He's dead 33 years after the show ended. You run it the other way, it's 21, like they saved the news for the 21st. And again, the Cosby Show equals 54. He's dead at age 54. So I've said this 1,000 times before. I think a lot of these times when these guys are getting chosen for the role, I think the people who are running the industry, they know when they sign on the line, they actually know when they have their planned expiration date for these people as well.
Right. Yeah, it just broke my heart, because again, like, I know you got to go. I'm gonna say one thing as you go, because it's funny. Like, I was telling my neighbor about that, and my neighbor, he couldn't really believe it either. When I told him, I said, man, I said, you know what? I said, when I got my notification from because when you were talking about it, like, I said, man, here we go. I said, let me put on Zach, because Zach is about to break it down like you always do. Zach, you always break it down and just tell it like it is. You tell it like it is.
Well,
So,
I appreciate you
but
tuning in.
just,
I wish more people knew to come here to get the information, but again, 90% of people think this stuff's just all a coincidence every day, and that's what kills me.
yeah, right. Exactly. You're right. Yeah. Well, Zach, take care, and you have a blessed and prosperous day. And like I say, I wish you many more birthdays to you, and God bless you and your family. And by the way, you have a cute daughter. She is just so cute. She got to remind me of my niece. My niece was here. Because my niece, you know, like, I got so many pictures of my niece in my phone, and she is like her and my niece is just like so adorable. So keep up.
I appreciate that.
Keep
Thank
up the
you.
good work,
Thank you,
my brother.
Will do. You have a good day. Thank you.
All right, Zach.
All right, take care.
All right, take care.
I'm supposed to be getting her. I'm supposed to be getting her right now, but it is my birthday. I guess it's gonna be late on my birthday.
Hey, yeah, the quick thing I wanted.
Go ahead.
The quick thing I wanted to add in was on my channel. I've been uploading shorts, and they've been getting like 30 or 40,000 views. And so I don't know, but I'm getting really good views on the shorts. Maybe those short videos that you make, just upload them as shorts instead of videos, and maybe you'll get better
worked out for
views.
me. They get like 500 views on my channel. Send me
Really?
Send me a link to the 509 number with your channel, and I'll check out what you're doing.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, I think they really did put a lid on this channel that it just can't get many views no matter what I do. That's how it feels.
I thought the same thing too. But now I'm getting music on these. I don't understand it. I don't know if maybe just the videos talking about gematria are censored, or maybe people just don't like the content, because YouTube's like very heavily retention based now. So like if dummies like click off the video, that's bad for the it'll show the video to less people. And
I realize that's part of it too,
and
and it's very judgmental in the open. And part of the thing is every time I launch a video, I have the dedicated trolls, the cuts and whatnot, that hit the thumbs down and probably click out right away. So that's probably killing me from the beginning because the trolls are the most dedicated people to my channel. So anyway, I'll check out. Let me get in one more person. I got to go. Appreciate it, man. All right, 520. Are you trying to call in?
Hey, can you hear me?
There we go. What's up?
Aw, you're so sweet. Trying to wave in Tucson. Yeah, I didn't want to keep blowing it up, so I'd hang up. So I don't know if anybody remembers, but Cosby used to come on Thursday nights, and Thursday in reverse is 54. So I remember watching it every Thursday, and I'm 53. So I remember being in junior high. I grew up in San Francisco, and it came on nationwide on Thursdays.
Interesting.
Which in reverse is 50.
I see that.
Which is 54. I want to do a really quick Timothy Leary. So being that I grew up in San Francisco, I went to outside of the city in Petaluma as well. So I grew up with Winona Ryder. We were best friends, and we almost drowned once in Stinson Beach. And then you read articles now on how Winona Ryder has water phobias because she almost drowned at age 12. But we called her Noni, and Noni's godfather was Timothy Leary. And you'd go over to her house, and her parents were very weird, and I always felt uncomfortable around her dad, Michael, and her mother, Cindy. And if you look up pictures of Winona Ryder and Timothy Leary, they're really kind of icky. Like, it looks gross. And so Noni's last name is actually Horowitz. When her first movie came out, she was with us, and we all went to the theater in Petaluma and saw it together. And when the credits rolled, we all said, Ryder, like, what is that? And she's like, oh, it's, we had to change it. But Horowitz, Michael Horowitz, his connections to Timothy Leary is pretty bad. And remember, this is up in San Francisco. So Noni's dad was an author of psychedelics, books on psychedelics. So when Timothy Leary escaped prison in 1970, Michael Horowitz, Noni's dad, kept all of his notes. And then Noni's dad opened a bookstore once Noni, after she did Beetlejuice, and sold his creepy psychedelic books and got in with this Isho Asadi guy who got fired from MIT for connections with Epstein. So that's just a funny thing on the Timothy Leary, because you guys were talking about it for the last 2 days, or brought him up. So I'd love to do Noni's Winona Ryder's number someday, because it's not going to be good. And he's, Timothy Leary is a lot creepier than people think. You're right. There's a place for all that. Microdosing, huge fan, but I don't think that's what he was mainly about. He's got some kid stuff. I know he, one night me and Noni stayed up all night. And she mentioned something to me about, people she grew up with that were inappropriate with her one time. And I don't know who she was talking about, but we were 13 at the time. So I just think her dad is pretty interesting. And he's still creeping around somewhere writing books. But, San Francisco's a dark place, so. And I met Malcolm-Jamal Warner one night outside of a club in North Hollywood, and we were sharing cigarettes, and we had dreadlocks, and we were waiting for a cab, and it was freezing. It was in North Hollywood. And I recognized him, and I didn't say anything, and we were waiting for cabs, and he offered me his jacket. He was a sweet guy that when I met him. But anyway, Thursdays, comes out to 54, which is pretty weird. I think it's 135, 36, 108, and 54 Thursdays.
Okay.
Thursdays with the S.
Well, I appreciate all that. Thank you very much.
Yeah, talk to you later.
All right, yeah. Take care.
Thank you for helping me get in. Okay, bye.
Bye. Winona Ryder, it just reminds me when she was young. She was in, well, she's in both Beetlejuice movies now, but the demon's in love with Winona Ryder in Beetlejuice. What's up with that? 216?
Hello?
216? Hello?
Hey, Zach, what's going on, man? Yeah, I've been trying to reach you for a minute. I always kind of keep missing your live streams. It's been a busy summer here in Cleveland. But something that I wanted to kind of bring to your attention, if you didn't know it already, there's a UFC fighter. He's a heavyweight by the name of Derek Lewis. And he fought a couple weeks ago. And before his fight, leading up to the fight, he kept saying that all the UFC fights are scripted. And he was a heavy underdog in this particular fight and said that he was going to win by knockout in the first round. And wouldn't you know it, he did. He won by knockout in the first round. And I know you've had some professional athletes on in the past. I think was it Larry Johnson maybe? I think you'd be a great guest for your show, just, because maybe, I don't know if he's familiar with Gematria. I'm guessing probably not. But just the fact that, like, he came out way in advance of this fight and explained exactly how the whole thing was going to go down. And then it happened just the way he explained it was just pretty unbelievable.
I appreciate it.
Wasn't sure
me off to that. No, I didn't know about that. And again, we just had a nice week with UFC because we saw what the riddle was for 318 with the McVeigh in it. It was literally the fights were all rigged around in tribute to the Oklahoma City bombing, which they also just paid tribute to with the NBA Finals.
Yeah, right. Well, like I said, maybe, Google it, check it out. It's out there. I'm sure USA Today probably published it, but I want to say ESPN even had an article on it, but it caught a lot of press. Like I said, it caught a lot of press leading up to the fight, and I didn't wager anything on it, but I was just he's been known to be pretty brash in some of his statements, but like I said, when he was like, hey man, all these fights are fixed, and he's like, y'all better bet on me. He's like, I'm going to win by knockout in the first round. And then it went ahead and happened. I was like, whoa, that was kind of interesting. It was just, I don't know. Not that we don't know that all this stuff is already synced up and rigged anyway as it is, but for somebody to come out and actually put it out there in the press like that, I just thought was pretty interesting. So like I said, look into it, let me know what you think. And then, I don't know, it'd be awesome to track that guy down and have him as a guest on the show one night.
Yeah, I'll look more into it. His fight was Saturday, July 12th. That was the kill date for the month. Oh, shoot. Somebody just told me that a pro athlete's parent was murdered on that date, and I forgot who it was. If somebody's out there who sent me that tip, sorry, I let something slip through the cracks. Somebody said a pro athlete's parent got murdered on that same date, and I need to go back and look into what that was as well. But, yeah, I'll check it out.
Did you just happen to pull up? Yeah, did you just pull up the fight results and happen to see that he won by knockout in the first round?
I do. Yeah, I did see that, and I saw the headlines about how he said that the whole thing's scripted. One of the articles makes it seem like he was telling a joke, kind of like, God, what was the football player?
Right, sure, of course.
Yeah. Sure.
Yeah. But, you know what? And I'm sure everybody knows about this, but let me see here. There was a running back for the Texans, Arian Foster, who kind of said the same thing.
He was joking, though. He wasn't being serious. Right.
Well, maybe he had to come off as if he was joking to be taken serious, but he was talking about how they have to fake injuries and all that stuff. Like the guy that played for the Pacers that got hurt in Game 7. That just seemed obviously scripted. Aaron Rodgers, when he got hurt.
Not last season, but the season before, the NFL's opener, they had the Key and Peele dude, and he had the big thing, and it was part of the advertising campaign all year about how the whole NFL is scripted. And it's like, come on, man. That was right around the Arian Foster thing. It's like, see, they're trying to take the truth and make a joke out of it right now because people are starting to catch it.
Right. Well, and even Aaron Rodgers' injury a couple of years ago when he started with the Jets, that just, that just seemed completely scripted too.
Do you know what fight number it was for Derek Lewis before?
What UFC?
His total record. Did you see what fight number it was for him before the ritual of him saying it's all scripted?
Oh, no, I didn't see it.
It was his 42nd fight because he's 29-12 plus one no decision, no contest.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah. So
all right, that's interesting.
Yeah, 42nd.
Well, here's another funny one for you. Yesterday, I just happened to kind of flip on the TV and have it in the background, and the British Open was on. And the darling of the PGA, Scotty Scheffler, was up in the tee box. And of course, right before he teed off, they had a little stat that they posted that said Scheffler hadn't had a bogey in 32 straight holes, and then on his 33rd hole, he ended up scoring a double bogey.
Yeah.
So they just had to throw a 33 right in your face.
And did you see what they did with him and Tiger Woods?
I didn't. No.
They both won their fourth majors exactly 1,197 days after winning their first. I covered it actually in this stream. The ritual with Sheffield and Tiger Woods. Yeah. And doing it on the 201st day.
Yeah, I mean he's obviously the PGA's new darling right now. I mean, so you can only expect more from him. He's going to win more majors and tournaments and stuff like that. So and the only thing, I don't follow golf at all, but I just remember, wasn't it Scotty Scheffler that had that incident where there was a major tournament, like he got pulled over and harassed or something like that?
He was put in handcuffs before the tournament. Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. So, another obvious ritual.
Yeah. And
yeah, it just keeps going on and on and on. It's ridiculous.
I'll remind people.
So I can't even watch it anymore.
When you unfold handcuffs and you let them hang, it makes a 33. Like police, masonry, secrecy, order, they're all 33. So.
Yeah, there you go. Perfect. All right, man. Well, hey, have a good one. All right.
All right. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah. Take care. Yep.
Yeah, take care. Shout out to John Mendoza with another big birthday, $2. I appreciate that. And Jay Martin, who chipped in 10. Thank you so much. Yeah, I better go get Sweet Girl, you guys. But shout out to the people who sent over the birthday super chats. I do appreciate it. Open Up, KT Cleans a Lot, Smeed 20, Jake 898, Leslie, Carrie, Sean, Sage 0. Oh, hold on. Did I miss your Sage? Sage said Google Eddington script and look at the 142nd page. Hold on. Again, for real, this new Eddington movie definitely paid tribute to yours truly. And I see the critics think this character that they pay tribute to is just a total nut job, which is what 90% of the people think of this work, even though it's undeniable every day. And that's why I don't care what the masses think. I just know they're all brain dead collectively. Hold on. Google Eddington script and go to page 142. Is this going to be it? Is this going to be the Eddington script? Is this going to go to page 142? I don't know if that was enough of an instruction, because when you type Eddington script, that's all that comes up for now. Yeah, I don't know if that's going to get it done there, because I don't know how to get to page 142 based on these web results. And I hate how Google's search engine is just trash now. All this sponsored stuff at the top, what you're not looking for. Yeah, I don't know. A better super chat would have been like, hey, I just emailed you the Eddington script. Click the link and go to page 142. My email is GematriaEffectNews@gmail.com if you're out there and want to send it over. Because I'm just not seeing it. It's not coming up. Your instructions are not working on my end. But I would like to see what's on page 142 of the script. That's what it said, right? Google Eddington script. Yeah, that's what it says. Didn't work, sorry. Yeah, thank you, Drain Master, Niall Overton, Kush, Manu. Thank you again, Open Up. Kush Manu, did you change your name? You were the Illuminati. Kush Manu, man, you've been around. I didn't realize that was you. Thank you again for that big old donation. That's a lot to donate. Thank you. Nathan, look, that's got to be you, right? Nathan, you changed your name to Outnumbered. Happy birthday, Zach. Time flies. Check my post just now on Free to Find Truth real quick. It's for everyone. Peace. And that's another place you could have posted it too, Sage. You could have said, check out Free to Find Truth. I just posted it right there. This is Nathan's post. Let's see. it looks like Nathan's put up a lot of past work that's been deleted on this. So if you guys are familiar with Odyssey, or if you're not familiar with it, check it out. It's a censorship-free platform. Doesn't get the views like YouTube. Odyssey, Odyssee. It looks like Nathan set up a lot of lost content there. Very cool. Thank you, Nathan. Awesome. I have to remember what my login for Odyssey is. I haven't been on there in a minute. Okay. I appreciate that a lot. Thank you. Very cool. Let's see. Yeah, that's awesome. Thank you. The Topper All playlist. Very cool. Yeah, thank you for doing that. A lot of work. Appreciate that. All right, I do got to go get Sweet Girl. If anything else big happens today, I will be back. Thank you very much, Bob Lucky. Appreciate that. For some reason, I can't give that one a heart. I don't know why. I might have to do one more stream later based on, I'll look more at the MLK thing and Eric Adams wearing the 42 hat 42 days for his birthday. Remember Martin's 42, like Huxtable, like Cosby show. Like we start with that 42-second clip about the death on ABC. Bob Lucky says, become a streamer on Kick. A lot of people have said that. I have never been on the Kick platform, but I do need to expand my horizons because YouTube has destroyed my reach. And it's a shame. It's shame. But yeah, thanks again to everyone who hits the like and the share. Thank you to everyone who sent over a nice super chat or birthday donation on Cash App or Venmo or PayPal or one of those things. I don't think. Oh, thank you, Veronica. Veronica sent over 2. Larry sent over a big 42 for the 42nd birthday. Joe sent over 888. Nice. Dorian sent over 5. Anthony sent over 3. Terrian sent over 5. Jamie sent 42 last night. Thank you. 42 for the 42nd birthday. Time flies. I was 30 years old when I started this thing. All right, guys. We'll leave it there for now. Have a great rest of your day, and I might very well be back later. Please do leave a short comment if you can once the video's over. It really does help out the algorithm. All right, you guys. Take care.